gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
The following is a world-class Bullshitters exclusive.
Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages. Not only am I proud to be back in front of you tonight, both verbally and visually in a sense, but if you think you had a bad week, if you think that you've had a shitty day, at least you ain't Lizzo.
Oh, God. You know, every day I wake up and I look in the mirror and go, thank God I'm not Lizzo. So every day is a better day than the one before it.
30 days ago, I wouldn't have said that. Now, 3 days ago,
yeah, that flute-toting asshole. Well, we got a lot to say about her tonight. But before we do that, let's say hello to I keep wanting to call you the last standing Simone, but you're no longer that. You're just Big Rig Nick Utam.
Thank you. I took a DNA test, and I'm not that dumb bitch, so that's good to know.
ouch.
I love how our empire is just crumbling down, like a really shitty cookie.
Well, that's a good analogy to make, or a good comparison, I should say. Cookie, Lizzo, all sorts of stuff. Now, folks, Kendo will be joining us in a few moments. He's just finishing up his football practice, so tonight we'll have all bullshitters on deck, and next week we'll be back to that as well. But tonight...
It's literally just him running around with no shirt on and in his underwear with a football screaming. So I don't know if I say it's practice, but he will be better at
Oh, my God.
that.
Well, he's practicing for something, dude, okay?
That's right.
He's practicing to play Frank the Tank in the remake of Old School, which I support.
Right. Amen.
Everyone's got to have a dream.
Streaking.
We're going through the quad! Now, folks, tonight is, I guess, a new direction for the show. Not that we're getting rid of anything you guys enjoy. We keep talking about how we're hashtag building a better bullshitters. So tonight, we have some new segments to add to the show that we're going to keep around. So all you guys got to do is play at home. Join us in the fun. Tonight, we're going to be playing our Word of the Day game. We're going to be playing something else as well, which is going to be, well, we'll just introduce that in just a moment. But let's talk about something we used to talk about regularly, and now we have to talk about it again. We have some brand new patrons. So first off, at the $10 level, we'd like to thank No End Whenever for joining us at the $10 level. We'd also like to thank Nathan Edwards and Adam Wofford. Now, folks, over on Patreon, for the World Class Bullshitters Patreon, we have given you guys the Living Daylights commentary. It's the return to form for WCBS. We have our 16th James Bond commentary in the books, and that is available for you to listen to right now. Very soon, Kendo and I will be getting together to finish out the Dalton duology, and then it comes time for GoldenEye. The World Is Not Enough, Tomorrow Never Dies, flip those two, and Die Another Day. So we'll be going through the Brosnan saga as well before we enter the Daniel Craig era. And then, hopefully, by the end of this year, or maybe very early next year, we'll have every James Bond commentary available to you on Patreon. So, I'm a James Bond fan, dare I say a James Bond expert. We have a lot of insight on that commentary. So if you want to watch that, along with the film, be entertained, learn a little something, and be enlightened afterwards, well, you know what to do. Go to patreon.com/worldclassbs, and for $1 a month, you can join the Patreon page, but $5, which is only 17 cents a day, and in any economy, 17 cents a day is not very much. You can get access to that and a whole lot more, including our video library, back catalog, WCBS After Hours, and the lot. Plus, it gives you access to us. So if you guys have requests, and we're working through our list of what you guys requested, you guys can have a say in the channel, a big say in the channel, because if you're helping support us, well, we're going to make sure we do everything to entertain you guys. So thank you, folks, for joining us over there, and hopefully you enjoy it as much as everyone else does. Now, guys, speaking of enjoying, I'm ready to enjoy Horror Hound. We're only 2 weeks away. We'll be up there in Indianapolis, Indiana. And, boys, we've been talking off air. We got a lot planned for that show, don't we?
We do. Good thing my car is a giant trunk. I need to bring a lot of shit with me, so it'll be fine.
What, Nick bring a lot of stuff? No.
I have to basically set up a fucking queue station with my computer, my laptop, and my 4 screens, with my headset and my and my internet, just so I can like monitor shit and get things out.
You're like the Miss Frizzle of WCBS. You just got a magic school bus of a car, and everything's going to be taken care of.
Oh man, yeah, it's it's how we get shit done. How we get shit done.
So, folks, you're going to want to come to hang out with us up at Horror Hound in Indianapolis. But if you can't make it, that's okay, because WCBS will be filming a lot of our in-person content. For the first time in many years, because of travel, pandemic, all that other crap, the guys and I haven't been able to be in the same location very much. I think the last time we were together was over 2 years ago for a wedding, but I was in the wedding, and I couldn't really be a part of all the fun.
Yeah, but I mean, we had a fuck ton of fun. We really did. That was a wonderful weekend. I'm just surprised from all the karaoke shit we did. Nobody like heard us in those thick ass walled rooms and called the fucking front desk on us. Honestly.
Well, they were probably having a good time, because we didn't sound that bad, did we?
No. We were just loud, is what I'm saying. We sung a bunch of fun shit. So I mean, that that was it.
Well, the dulcet tones of Dion Green can put anyone at ease. Believe me, I've learned that.
That's right. That's right. It's why all my friends and family have stuck around. Otherwise, they're just hanging out with a loud black dude.
At least he can sing. We are
Dion needs to start a fucking Dion. Dion needs to start a jazz band or something real bad.
The Dion Green.
I mean, Jeff Goldblum did. I'm just saying, he did.
That's a good point. Good point.
Yeah.
I think you should, dude. I support that. I mean, it's never too late in life to live out your dreams. I'm living mine, selling comic books, and you can start your own jazz band.
Yep. Why not?
That'd be my greatest genre, jazz.
I don't think I've ever heard you listen to a goddamn jazz song in your entire life.
And that's not the point. The point is, I'm clearly a jazz player, and when I get underneath those blue lights and a white woman with a cigarettes in the corner and a fucking Marilyn Monroe get up, magic happens, boys.
Dion, anytime you're around a white woman, magic happens, okay? She doesn't have to have
Also
a cigarette.
true. That is also very true.
Well,
One time it wasn't magic. There was a little fucking kid named after me. I'm just kidding.
I didn't know your first kid was named Magic. I had no idea.
I mean, you are the biggest Michigan State fan on the planet, so it makes sense.
That's right. That's right. Go green.
Go white.
Yeah, it's still in him. It's still in him.
Believe me, I know what's up. I spent many years at that school. You think I'm going to forget about that? Hell no. One day, dude, we're just going to do a very drunk review. We'll watch a college movie, and we'll just tell all of our college stories back to back.
Dude.
No, what you should do is like you should go up to Dion and just watch 3 great college movies, and just do your stories like on top of those movies.
Deal. I do think we could do like 5 different films worth of it, because I mean we lived together for a long time.
Holy shit! Oh man, yeah. I mean you could. Yeah, that's entirely fine. That could work out. Yeah, just send me the stuff and I'll edit it out and it'll look real good. It'll be fine.
Well, you are the expert, Mark. Now, folks, like we said, Horror Hound is going to be amazing. If you want to see a lot of that content, make sure you're a patron or a member of the channel, because we'll be putting a lot of that content up there exclusively for you guys, because you're our biggest supporters and fans. And we want to give you the best access to who we are. But expect some live streams, or at least a live stream from the event, and be on the lookout for some interviews that we'll be conducting at the show as well. Suit Saturday is going to be the most dapper day in WCBS history, and we'd like you to be a part of it. So join us August 19th. That's Saturday at Horror Hound.
Oh my gosh.
Also, too, one last thing before we get into the show proper. Well, 2, because I can't count. 1, I'll be at the Cincinnati Comic Expo in September, so if you want to come up, hang out, get a convention sketch, all of that, I'm returning back to the convention scene. I've been away for a couple years, I've missed it, and I'm excited to be back. So join me there, live, and in person. We'll have Stealing Solo, we'll have Tits and Art, we'll have all of those things available for those who haven't gotten a copy yet. But everybody seems to be going over to stealingsolo.com. It's been the highlight of my fucking last 2 weeks, so I want to thank everybody. We have books. They're moving. So go to stealingsolo.com. Get yourself a copy of the greatest What If story of all time. It features the WCBS crew. What if We were disgruntled about Star Wars The Force Awakens so much, in fact, that we kidnapped Harrison Ford and forced him to remake Star Wars in our basement. That and a whole lot more is answered in Stealing Solo, a Captain's Parody. Nick, how does it feel to be a felon in a comic book?
Better than being a felon in real life, Jeff.
Agreed. That's the correct answer.
I don't have to worry about dropping the soap. I don't have to worry about gangs or any other thing like that. So yeah,
Or bangs.
I'm yeah, that too. Yeah, so I'm good. I have no problem with that. I just don't want to be I don't want to be wrongly convicted in real life. So that's the main thing.
No, you won't be wrongly accused. That's for Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
But folks,
But by the way, Jeff, are you going to offer people to sit there so you can draw them like your French girls at the convention?
yes, you can come be drawn like one of the French girls at the convention. All you got to do is ask. We'll just sit there and we'll do you up real nice. Now, it's time for the word of the day. Thank you to our friend Shrebbles08. He says, if the word of the day hasn't been chosen, we're always waiting for you guys. You can pick the word of the day. That's where the fun comes from. You got to get us with the word of the day. But if all else fails, we're WCBS, the epitome of pop culture. We'll always be there. He says, if the word of the day hasn't been chosen, it's banana. Debbie does banana. A fistful of bananas. And Star Wars Ray's banana stick. Well,
12 Angry Bananas.
Angry bananas.
for a few
Black
bananas
banana.
more.
Yep.
My mother the banana.
Sucker banana.
Stop her, but my banana will shoot.
Yep. Tango and banana.
Tango and banana. It's just Sylvester Stallone and the fucking monkey. That's all it is.
Dude, that'd have been a great movie. That's the biggest loss of the 1990s.
It would have.
Would it? Because Turner and Hooch is okay.
No. Even better. Kurt Russell and Harambe. There you go.
Oh, R.I.P.
I'd let him
Harambe.
save me any day.
Oh, The Legend of Banana, Ocarina of Time, or Legend of Zelda, Banana of Time, if we're going to do video game titles.
Banana the Destroyer.
Banana Eye.
Yep. Hotel Banana.
Such a lovely place, Dion.
It is.
Well, folks, you can play the banana game at home, and maybe we'll play the banana song later. That's the actual name of Axel F. You might have not known that, but now you do. So, we'll put a couple of these great banana titles on the screen, like Banana Driver, Gone in 60 Bananas. We also have Dr. Coffin House, just 4 bananas. There we go. For a few bananas more, Attack of the Killer Bananas. I wouldn't want to be a banana in... Here we go. Speaking of dirty bananas, I wouldn't want to be a banana in Lizzo's crew because, wow, the allegations that are being levied at that woman are quite scary, and we'll get into that in just a moment. But we do have one new segment that we're adding to the show tonight. It's a new game. It's called the Box Office Prediction Game, where the guys, we're all going to guess what the newest film will make each week. Whoever guesses the closest without going over will win a point. At the end of each month, we'll tally up the points, and that bullshitter will become that month's champion. And of course, each month you'll have to defend your championship in various ways because, to be number one, you gotta pay. So we're going to make that fun. And folks at home, you can play as well. You can win some points by 1, playing along at home and guessing yourself, and 2, you can guess which bullshitter will be the closest. That way, there's a double feature in terms of points. But this week, we're going to guess the newest film released, and that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. So, Dion, you've seen this film already.
Yes.
Just briefly, did you enjoy it, and what do you think it'll make this weekend?
I did enjoy it, and I'm going to say it's going to make just under $400 million.
This weekend?
Oh, no, not this weekend. No.
That's going to be Barbie.
Yeah. No. This weekend, I say it makes $35 million.
Nick, what about you, sir?
I'll go 40. Let's go 40 million.
I'm going to guess a little high and say $62 million.
That's
okay.
Specific, but okay.
And now, Kendo did send in his vote as well. Kendo regressed. No, Kendo did not regress. I apologize, folks. Kendo guessed, what was it? $135 million. Sorry, $150 million for this weekend. So Kendo has the highest estimation.
It ain't going to be Spider-Man 2. Calm down.
He believes in the Ninja Turtles.
Movie opening ever.
I mean, maybe I don't know. This one seemed a little so I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's a new week. It could be a huge hit. I didn't think Oppenheimer and Barbie would make this much money.
I don't know. I kind of felt they were, because there was a lot of push for Oppenheimer and Barbie, leading up to that weekend, man. If you kind of feel people were like wanting to watch it. They were wanting to check it out. I do love that, like a weekend or two before that, like every movie bombed. It was like hilarious.
It was like one of the worst weekends ever.
And then all of a sudden, Hollywood makes something that people actually want to fucking watch, and people want to go see it. So
it's funny how that goes, isn't it?
It's weird. You'd think that'd be a simple formula. It's like, oh, people want to see something. They want to leave their homes and spend exorbitant amounts of money to go sit in a theater with other loud assholes and watch a movie.
That's how I like to spend my weekends.
Yeah. So I mean, it's crazy.
All right, guys. So let's check out some of our topics for tonight. You think we should use one of our new buttons to transition into that?
Why, of course.
Yes.
All right, Dion. Since you were the first one to answer, pick a number between 1 and 69, and we will press the corresponding button.
I will take a nice, smooth, soft 69.
Oh, nice, soft, smooth 69. You want it, you got it.
So what's today's secret word, Cocky?
Today's secret word is
John C.
R.I.P. Pee Wee Herman.
Oh man.
R.I.P. Blowing out some eardrums just for you.
I mean, come on, we all love Pee Wee Herman. If you smell it, the pee is cooking. That wasn't mine. That's what he said at WrestleMania 27.
I forgot about that.
I think a lot of people forgot the time that Pee Wee Herman teamed up with The Rock. Like I said on my Good Morning Pop Culture earlier this week, two of my favorite childhood icons teamed up in a team-up that I never thought would ever happen. And I don't know if I actually liked it, but, it happened.
Yeah.
Now, should we spare the audience an image of Lizzo? Like, what do you think a good Lizzo substitute would be? Like,
I mean, the image of Lizzo isn't that bad. We're not talking about fucking The Blob or something here, but I mean,
you want me to use the movie poster for The Blob? 1988 or 1958?
88. By the way, I did post to you guys that Shout Factory has the 4K version of that movie that's out. So,
damn,
that movie's gnarly. I love it.
It's gnarly, but I feel like it's like whenever I heard the 4K is coming out, I was like, fuck, I might need to get that. That's something that needs to happen.
Well, I think I'm gonna buy it and watch it this Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Somebody says Pearl from Blade. Do you think that would be too mean of a?
Oh my god. That took me a second to realize what somebody's talking about. Holy shit! Oh man, yeah. Keep the blob. Keep the blob. It's nice. It's pretty neutral.
Okay.
We don't want YouTube. We don't want YouTube getting mad at us or anything. So
Fair enough. So
yeah, because they're
Lizzo
super
is
finicky these days. So.
Oh, believe me, I know what's up. We've been dealing with some of that stuff on the back end this week. I'm just like, come on, YouTube, chill out. I thought you guys were getting better, not worse. So, Lizzo is in a bit of a pickle. She's been accused by 3 of her backup dancers of sexual harassment and creating a hostile work environment. Now, the legal battle is kind of a surprise to me because everything I hear about Lizzo, it's Lizzo's so great. She's body positive. She represents this, that, and the other. And I never thought that, allegedly, the behind-the-scenes actions would be kind of like this. So, when you guys first heard about the lawsuit and read into it a little bit, were you surprised?
Yeah, man. I've always had in the back of my mind, anytime you have a celebrity, famous, infamous person, whatever, trying to ride any type of popular, internet thing, always assume that it's a fucking act. So I was thinking like maybe she didn't fucking, I don't know, tip waitresses or something. I didn't know that she was a fucking crazy person allegedly. That was wild.
Yeah, Nick, what do you think of that?
As soon as I read it, I was just like, nah, that's kind of par for course, because you give power to this person who probably has not had any, or ever in their entire life, and this, absolute power corrupts absolutely. So that's what happened basically. And the things that were alleged, and unfortunately we can't say them on the channel because fucking YouTube. But they were pretty egregious, and they're pretty like out there, and it's kind of like you did that. Why?
Well, I'm gonna try to come up with a workaround about this. Also, folks, follow us on Rumble. We owe you guys an exclusive live stream over there, and we're gonna bring that to you in a coming week. So we can say what we want to say over there. But in this lawsuit against Lizzo, it accuses the famous singer of inviting cast members to take turns touching nude performers inside an Amsterdam strip club. She allegedly encouraged them to catch phallic rubber objects launched from the performers' nether regions and eating bananas protruding from said nether regions. When I read this, I went, what the fuck? Because that was the part that blew me away. I'm like, Lizzo? You?
Yeah, and she was also like body shaming a lot of her dancers who are also like, big females as well. So which I thought was like, that's kind of weird. Why are you doing that?
That's some again, if it's true, that's some psycho shit.
Yeah.
That's pot and kettle, if you ask me.
Well, yeah, for sure, pot and kettle. But she and that was the whole big thing, especially after, at the time, she was, fighting against the internet and all that, But if this is true, this is a person who picked dancers of a certain body type just to fucking torture them. That's some psycho shit. If this is true, we're obviously gonna, we're gonna find out more. But dude, that's some vile shit. That is some down low, crazy person shit.
Yeah, I actually, when you said that, I just thought about it. I mean, yeah, she's probably been like made fun of her, as a kid, and some of her adult life and stuff like that, and then she wanted to put it on somebody else because she finally had power, and that's really fucked up. That's super fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Do you think that ends her stance? Let me rephrase that. Do you think this ends her ability to be the body positive rapper that she has been, marketed as since 2019? Do you think maybe this won't be the end of her career, but do you think this will make people see her in a different light, and she'll just be Lizzo, and the press will stop building her up to be so strong and brave anymore?
I mean, it depends on what comes out. I mean, if we get some, if everything has been a bit embellished, maybe instead of, calling team meetings and saying, hey, you can get fired for losing weight, maybe it was just her being a little bit hard. If that's the case, no, I think, you'll still have enough of a reputation that the media is going to love to, to use her to get to that angle. But if half of the shit that's come out so far is true, she can never go back. Like this is going to be worse than when the WWE was doing that Be a Star stuff. You had to have that backlash, and then they kind of just dropped it and never brought it up again. They're gonna have to. It's gonna be that level where she can't ever, in the public eye at least, have anything to say about that. Obviously, famous people, when they get into this type of stuff, they have PR people come in and they'll try and change the narrative, try to change the persona. But if half of this shit is true, that is some serious psycho shit. So yeah, she'll never be able to open her mouth, at least seriously, on any type of body positivity thing. Not ever again, because you're fucking, and then she made them walk from Times Square to Brooklyn or something to get cheesecake or some crazy shit. You can't be that person after that. That's like, yeah, we need to all, not drag each other down because you went pure psychopath.
Yeah. It sounds like she got on her high horse. She got a little bit of power, a little bit of, clout, and then she just used it to just like exact revenge on people who did really nothing to her, and she just just wanted to be mean to somebody. It seems like. So I don't know. It's weird.
using that to lure in professionals just so you can abuse them.
Wasn't there a show like where like some TV show where they were looking for Lizzo dancers or something?
No, so that was one of the one of her shows was like Look Out for the Big Girl or something.
Yeah.
That was the premise of the show, was, you know, her specifically finding, you know, plus size people to be a part of her thing. And dude, and that would make it worse, right? Because that, you know, obviously at the time, that's the popular thing, that's the conversation. You know, the other plus size woman was on Sports Illustrated or whatever it was. You know, and to use that to lure in victims, dude. You know,
that is some real psycho shit. Holy crap.
It is.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god. You make this whole show that's Emmy nominated, and you have this whole premise of like giving these girls who wouldn't normally get a chance, you know, to have a chance, and then you proceed to treat them like utter shit. That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah, dude. Like that's obviously, you know, it's not as explicit, but you know, that's like some Army Hammer shit. You know, that's some fucking,
oh god, yeah.
That's some serial killer shit. You know, you know that you harp on an idea, you harp on something that's trying to be a cultural change, and you use that to pull people in just to treat them like shit. I mean, you know, at the very least of her problems is going to be being sued. There are going to be people that are like, yo, like, do not spend time with this woman. You know, that's some fucking sociopath shit, man. You know, and don't get me wrong, you know, I always empathize with people that have been through shit, but, you know, could you imagine that? Like, that's, I mean, if you went to work for someone that agreed with something that was really real to you, and you come to find out that they just do that to lure people in like a goddamn Black Widow, you'd be like, yo, this bitch is crazy.
Yeah, dude, that is yeah, that's fucking terrible. But I mean, yeah, I guess her whole image and her whole thing popped off like during a time when people were, you know, really wanting that and really about it. So they just kept lifting her up and up and up and up and up, and you know, apparently she was not the one.
Seriously, you ain't lying. It is her fault, apparently.
Yeah, dude, and it's one of those things like if you're dealing with that much trauma from I guess from childhood and all that other bullshit, go get help. Go see somebody. Go talk to somebody. Take some pills. Whatever. Like figure your shit out. You're an adult. You can go do these things.
Yeah. I mean, and even then, it's like, you know, not just get some help. Like you need to take time off. You need to fucking, you know, you need to go back and see who you are as a fucking person. Because if this shit is true, you know, it's you know, besides the crazy sociopath part of you use that to lure in professionals for your shows, you know, there's the long-term implication. Like, what else is she capable of? You know, if someone uses, you know, a social idea as a weapon, you know, who, like, you know, obviously, you know, people in the real world have always been very hesitant to jump on to famous people, you know, at least people who are intelligent, you know, but everyone else, you know, you're going to have a lot of parents. You're going to have a lot of other people who spend money be like, maybe we shouldn't assume this rich, famous person is this knight in shining armor as we thought they were. You know, this is that type of shit gives you pause for everybody. You know, what is Gal Gadot like? You know, that whole weird shit with the Imagine video. You know, what is she like behind closed doors? We didn't see the Army Hammer documentary. You know, what is someone like Beyonce or Taylor Swift like? They have immeasurable power over their fan base. You know, all this, you know, pro whatever stuff. You know, what are they really like? You know, it's that's one of those things that hopefully will wake a lot of people up. You know, you be careful who you idolize, because they sure as shit don't look at you the same way, clearly, if all this shit is true.
Now, would you like to hear Lizzo's response?
Oh God,
I
yes.
would.
All right, this was released today on Twitter at 7:22 a.m. These last few days have been gut-wrenchingly difficult and overwhelmingly disappointing. My work ethic, morals, and respectfulness have been questioned. My character has been criticized. Usually I choose not to respond to false allegations, but these are as unbelievable as they sound and are too outrageous not to be addressed. These sensationalized stories are coming from former employees who have already publicly admitted that they were told their behavior on tour was inappropriate and unprofessional. As an artist, I have always been very passionate about what I do. I take my music and my performances seriously because at the end of the day, I only want to put out the best art that represents me and my fans. With passion comes hard work and high standards. Sometimes I have to make hard decisions, but it's never my intention to make anyone feel uncomfortable or like they aren't valued as important parts of the team. I am not here to be looked at as the victim, but also know that I am not the villain that people in the media have portrayed me to be these last few days. I am very open to my sexuality and expressing myself, but I cannot accept or allow people that will use my openness to make me out to be something I am not. There is nothing I take more seriously than the respect we deserve as women in the world. I know what it feels like to be body shamed on a daily basis and would absolutely never criticize or terminate an employee because of their weight. I am hurt, but I will not let the good work I've done in the world be overshadowed by this. I want to thank everyone who's reached out to support me, to lift me up in this difficult time. I mean, that last joke writes itself, so I won't say anything, but
Yeah.
I digress.
I think, well, here's the thing. If these girls get paid outside the court, then she's fucking guilty. She's fucking guilty.
Right. Well, and that's the other thing too is, don't get me wrong. That's if this shit is true, it's awful, and I hope the people involved, get what they need out of it. But damn, that's her putting all her chips on the table too, man. She's saying that they're lying. So somebody is lying here.
Yeah.
Someone is lying. And the process of learning who is gonna be fucking wild. Because again, when you paint yourself into that corner, you want to be a social beacon, you want to be a pariah, you want to be a martyr, and you still want to make money, not especially with people in the arts, right? They're not as smart as they think they are.
No, they're
so
really not.
Either the people accusing her didn't do their due diligence, or Lizzo and her team didn't do their due diligence, and that shit is gonna come out, and it's gonna be fucking wild.
Yeah, I feel like I said, if all of a sudden this girl, they settle out of court with Lizzo's production company or whatever it is, then yeah, we know that Lizzo was probably in the wrong. But
well,
if
that's the thing. She may not be able to sell. When you're in something like this and you say the exact opposite, you can't just settle out of court because you know what that implicates. So she might have to see this shit through, man. She settling out of court may not be an option because someone who is so calculated is going to be aware of public perception. Any famous person who specifically curates their persona, their image, what people see, they're aware of what implications mean. And if she's that crazy, if she is that fucking calculated and that cold, she knows that she can't just settle out of court because she's going to know, because she wants everyone to like her, because liking her means dollar signs.
So
and
what
she's going to know, a lot of people are going to be like, damn, that means that she did something. She may be forced to win this shit no matter what. So we'll see.
Oh, so what you're saying is she might be Amber Heard in that trial where she's like trying to justify everything she did and be and like when she's saying all this stuff to the court and we're all hearing it and she thinks she's a victim, she sounds more psychotic and more just crazy.
Right.
If that's the case. So
right. If that's all true. Exactly. And obviously, hardcore Amber Heard fans are gonna, they're gonna feel a certain way, and that's whatever. But what those type of drastic fucking accusations, you can't just settle. You know what I mean? You can't risk the asterisk that it's gonna leave over your name, because those people care so fucking much about it. They care so fucking much, so yeah, man, she might have to see this shit all the way through.
That would be,
depending on what they have, dude, holy shit.
That would be crazy.
I can't get over the whole banana accusation. That's just like next
Yeah.
level weird to me. Because it's like, because the way Lizzo phrases it about people using my sexuality against me, look, sex is great. There is nothing wrong with it. But like, you can't force somebody to eat a banana out of a vagina. Like, that's just weird as shit. Like when you
That's some
actually
Rick
say those
James
words.
shit.
Well, and apparently the woman was, you know, a lady of the evening. Apparently that's also the claim too.
Hey,
Yeah,
$200,
dude.
$200.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't want to eat a banana off. It's like, Dion, that's like the difference between eating a banana off your carpet or a banana that was on a fucking highway. Like, do you really want to eat a banana that fell on the highway? You might risk it if it fell on your living room floor. You're like, I haven't really stepped in dog shit or anything. It's safe. But you don't know it's been on the highway. And you don't know it's been in that sex worker, or prostitute, as we like to call them around these parts. That was the most, because one of the listeners actually got me up to date on this. Shout out to our buddy the Jacobite. He was the gentleman that hosted us in Chicago at that bar. You guys remember what a great time we had.
Oh yeah,
there.
dude, fucking awesome, man.
So he's like, dude, have you heard about this? And he brought up the stuff, and I went, wait, are you serious? And then, I went and did my research, because we want to put out quality stuff here on the channel. And I like shook my head. I was like barely awake when I read the information. I was like, dude, there's no way this is real. I'm just taken aback by that. That's my takeaway from all this. It's like, this is one of those like crazy Hollywood stories you hear about happening way back in the day. Like, oh, partying with the Rolling Stones and you did this or that. Now, man, it's like partying with Lizzo. You just get dildos shot at you.
Yeah, dude.
You gotta catch him like a fucking like a German Shepherd in the air, just like with your mouth, you know.
Oh,
Seriously, man.
you know what I keep visualizing, Nick?
What?
Remember that scene in Revenge of the Nerds when Lamar throws his javelin?
Yeah, oh my God.
I just imagine the fucking javelin from Revenge of the Nerds flying through the air.
Just wiggling through.
Yes, that's what it is. These women are just on stage and they just fly out.
There's some dancer trying to trudge across the ground and leap in the air and catch it.
Hey, anything's possible in Amsterdam.
You ain't lying. Antwerp is fucking crazy.
Yeah, they're actually trying. I watched a thing on YouTube that popped up. It was like they were trying to make their own like hotel brothel like off to the side or something like that, and it was, I don't know. They spent some ridiculous amount of money like getting it designed and shit, and like having security in there and all kind. It was fucking weird. It was so they were trying to make their own little red light district building or something.
So.
Yeah. Wild place.
Guys, is there anything else you'd like to say about this Lizzo stuff? I mean, I feel like we've covered it all. We'll definitely follow up on it since there's a lot of people that want to talk about it.
Dude, it's...
Yeah, as Carter said, you one crazy ass.
Bitch.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens if they actually do go to court and we get to hear all this stuff and everything. Then it becomes a big trial. It'll be even more interesting. And if it comes out that she did all those things and we get it like high detail everything like that, it's gonna make your look even worse. And I think it'll I don't know if it'll tank her career, but it'll definitely make a big dent in it for sure.
I agree. All right, folks. Well, it's time to talk about another section of tonight's show. So, since we're in this weird sphere tonight, the one thing I wanted to ask you guys about, have you been on Twitter and have you seen Mia Khalifa giving marriage advice?
I did see that.
Oh my God.
I know.
Let
it out.
I haven't. But that's like the guy. That's like, I don't know. I don't need to shit on people. I'm not shit on people. It's like my uncle who owns a 7-Eleven being like, oh, invest in these things, it'll make you rich. It's like, you're still working here, bud.
Yeah, but you said he owns the 7-Eleven, correct?
Yeah, but that's all he owns.
Damn.
Dion, do you own a 7-Eleven yet? Because I'd like to own something like that.
I mean, it seems like a good investment at this point.
No, we should all try to open a Buc-ee's somewhere. That's what we should do.
Dude, let's open one here in Cincinnati. We make so much fucking money here. Everyone's obsessed with going down to Buc-ee's somewhere else. We'll just put one here.
There's one in where I used to live. There's one there.
I don't understand the hype of Buc-ee's. Could somebody elaborate it?
It's 24. Okay, it's a 24-hour gas station. It's open. They have their own food. They have their own stuff. They have everything you ever want. They have extremely clean. I think the big thing is they have extremely clean bathrooms all the
Oh,
time.
good.
Like, I've taken a shit in a couple of them, and it's been a wonderful experience. You know, not religious, but at least like very comfortable and clean. So that's important.
Well, now
You
I
know?
have to go to Buc-ee's that I know it's got
Yeah.
the cleanest shitter on the planet.
No, it really does. It makes a difference because I mean we've been on some you've been on some road trips and you've been to some questionable bathrooms. You're like, I need to take a shit, and you're like, I can hold it. It's fine.
Yeah,
'Cause-
I went to a
'cause you don't
Waffle
wanna
House on the way to WrestleMania one year, and I didn't go to the bathroom until we left the state. It was that bad.
Yeah. So I mean that's another thing. Like once again they have like everything from tacos to like pulled pork sandwiches. They've got all the drinks and all the fucking snacks you ever need. It's open 24 hours, as I said. They have like 120 gas pumps. They even have stuff for like, I think they have some EV chargers as well. They have some, it's like a fucking living city, man. It's crazy. When the one opened in Tennessee, my mom, like everybody around my mom couldn't stop talking about it. I'm like, it's a fucking gas station. That's all it is. It's a fucking gas station.
Yeah, I just
Weird.
feel out of the loop. I see people wearing the T-shirts like, I went to Buc-ee's, I got the Buc-ee's experience, and I'm like, all right. It's
I
like a
think
truck
because
stop
it was
for
like a
cars.
TikTok trend for a minute, and you know how TikTok is, so people were like all about it, and I was like, I've stopped at a couple of them driving back and forth. It's okay, it's fine. It's all right. Yeah.
So, back to the lady on screen. We went from one banana gobbler to another. So, former porn star Mia Khalifa stunned social media on Thursday morning when she offered her thoughts on marriage, insisting it's not a sanctimonious thing and it's simply paperwork, while encouraging women to leave their men. Khalifa, a Lebanese-American performer who was once Pornhub's highest-ranked adult star and famously received death threats from ISIS while wearing a hijab while shooting sex scenes, has pivoted to a career as a social media influencer. She offered her thoughts on marriage, comparing herself to NFL great Tom Brady, who won 7 Super Bowls during her career. She says, I am Tom Brady at this game. Married at 18, divorced at 21. Second marriage, married at 25, divorced at 28. Third engagement, engaged at 29, ended it at 30. But I kept the ring. I'm still keeping Tom Brady on his toes, Khalifa said. We should not be afraid to leave these men. We're not stuck with these people. Marriage is not a sanctimonious thing. It's paperwork. It's a commitment you make to someone, but if you feel like you're not getting anything from that commitment while you're trying to go your own way, you gotta go, she continues. I know it's difficult to fill out paperwork and to make these appointments to do all these things, but if it's your fucking life, you want to be stuck with someone? Do you think this lady is really the right person? Like, she's talking about how these
Hold
marriages
on.
failed. Is it just me?
Hold
or is
on,
it
no.
maybe because she's a
First of all, Dion is the first person to talk about this because he's actually married. So Dion, could you please
Oh, yeah!
say something?
Listen, I'm definitely not in a weird position because my wife is totally not sitting here. But that all being said, overall, I'm saying pound for pound, the whole thing. It's not the worst message, right? You at the end of the day, you make the right decision for you. You can't, whatever works for you, what's best for you, even when it comes to relationships, what's best for your well-being, you got to do. Sometimes I get it. You can be in a relationship and it ain't working out. You've tried, they've tried. If you've done all you can do, sometimes leaving is the best. I ain't fucking Casanova. I haven't been the perfect partner, and I've known many people who've been in tough relationships. It's better to leave than to stay in something bad. That all being said, Mia Khalifa specifically is a hell of a lot closer to Steve Harvey than she is Tom Brady.
Damn.
Listen, and again, I don't know everything. I ain't perfect. I will never say that I'm perfect, and I will damn sure never say I'm the best partner to be in a relationship with. That being said, as we have learned with Lizzo and with famous people in general, sometimes just listen and pay attention to the context clues. She gave you the exact reasons, plural, why you shouldn't listen to a fucking word that she's saying. Married at 18, first off, that's weird. And I get it. People want to do different shit. You should not be getting married at fucking 18. Divorced at 21, yeah, obviously. Fucking married at 25. Divorced at 28. Again, maybe she shouldn't be giving marital advice. And then finally, the recent one, engaged at fucking, 30, and then broke off, and she kept the ring. That specifically is hilarious because Miss Khalifa, just a few years ago, before deciding to go back into adult stuff and back into being an influencer, she was going to be a sportscaster. And in that process of being a fucking sportscaster, she was talking about her fiance and he was great and all this thing. And that was going to be her olive branch into the mainstream. And it was her and her fiance, this, that, and the other thing. And then magically, she decided that she was going to use the most random accident of all time where a puck went over the goddamn thing when she was trying to ride the coattails of the Capitals and tried to say that the puck ruptured her breast implant and she needed surgery and her fiance was there for her and all this bullshit. Fast forward to 2023. Now she's giving advice and using that specific part of her career as an example. Listen, I would never trust a mechanic who has had 3 lawsuits about his fucked up job. I wouldn't listen to that. If he's going to give me advice on the car, I'd say, you're a crazy person. You're getting sued. Shut up. Mia Khalifa, who's been in 3 that she has told us about, and they've all failed, maybe you shouldn't listen to her in terms of what you're doing with your marriage. Just fucking saying.
Yeah, it's like the worst advice to get from
Thank
her.
you. Thank you, Dion. That's what I wanted.
Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome, my man.
I at least wanted to, once again. I wanted your perspective because once again, you're married and you know you know better than we do right now, so that's why.
Right.
Well, Nick, what's your perspective?
The bitch is crazy, and I'm not gonna take her advice. If she had been married for 10 years, or even I'll give it to you. If she had been married for 5 years and happy, I would take the advice then. But the fact that, like Dion said, married once, married twice, engaged once, called off, nah, man, those are red flags. Fuck that shit.
I just don't know why no one takes into account the reason for her divorce is because she's a porn star. Like, do you really expect a marriage to last when your lady's taking shots in the face from some other dude? Probably not. I think that's the thing most people don't take into account, including Mia Khalifa. Oh, marriage is the problem. No, lady, your job was the problem. But now you're a social media influencer. Of course, your porn past is just going to go away, right? So
it's like people can Google your fucking name and find all of your videos real quick.
That's the only thing I know her for.
Listen, I don't even think the porn thing is the issue. You know, there are some
Sure.
listen. You know, human beings are complicated. There are motherfuckers out there who will look past that shit. I think the issue why it's so hilarious is, you know, she is a flip-flopper, pun intended. She, you know, the porn thing is secondary. She does and says whatever she thinks she has to do and say to be famous. That's it. You know, the porn thing. Listen, you know, we some of us know Mia Khalifa pretty good, and that's that. But you know,
sure, that's that.
Because first she was in porn, and she was saying that, you know, she's the best in the world. Then she left porn, and then she was saying how she regretted doing it. And then she went on Larry King and was saying how, you know, the whole, you know, when she was doing the scenes in the hijab, and then she regretted it, and that, you know, blah, 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 the porn industry's evil Knievel. Then she went back and was saying, listen, you know, I'm the Tom Brady of the blah, 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 blah. I love the Capitals now, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for porn, and blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, so she's always flip-flopping. You know, the porn thing definitely should be taken into account if you know you know what you're doing, what you're getting into, rather, pun intended. But also, someone that has such a strong opinion on something when in their own personal life they have done the exact fucking opposite, you probably should take their advice with a grain of fucking salt.
Yeah, exactly.
Well said.
Yeah, and I'm sure she's gonna start influencing people and do like fucking seminars and webinars and all kinds of shit like that to make a ton of money, and it'll last for about 18 months, and she'll be on to the next big thing.
Exactly.
What do you think her seminars are going to be about? How to catch a banana?
How to shoot a banana out.
Oh,
Shoot a
okay.
banana out. There you go.
Banana in the Tailpipe, the Mia Khalifa story. Got it. I do love Beverly Hills Cop.
That needs to be the title of her memoir.
Banana in the Tailpipe?
Yeah, banana in the
Shit, I'll buy the book, goddammit. I don't want to read her memoir.
She needs to fucking do the audiobook too. Oh,
You know,
my
Nick,
God.
we should start a secondary career as we produce the audio versions of porn stars' books.
Oh my God, dude, that would make so much fucking money.
There we go.
That would make so much money.
I mean, who wouldn't want to
God.
read the Riley Reid biography?
Good point. She got married too, and her husband got clowned on Twitter just as bad.
Well, rightly so.
Are they still together?
As far as I know,
Okay.
because they only got married last year or the year before.
Okay. Yeah.
And now she's only doing like same-sex scenes or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, or
Yeah,
doing
she's-
only doing OnlyFans solo shit.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta pay the rent somehow. You gotta pay the rent somehow.
Listen, yeah, I ain't hating on nobody's hustle, but maybe give the life advice portion of the conversation to somebody else.
Yeah, leave the motivational speeches to Matt Foley, all right?
Right.
Unless you want to be living in a van down by the river, but
Oh God. Yeah, dude. I assume she's gonna start a whole if she's gonna be a quote unquote influencer, which is like what everybody wants to be now. It's such a shit thing to do. Yeah, she's gonna be an influencer for about maybe a year and a half, 2 years, and then people realize she's full of shit and a lot of other things, and just drop her and then she'll be on to the next thing, maybe cryptocurrency or NFTs or AI or something like that. I don't fucking know.
Listen, you joke, but that's her MO, man. Right? Is whatever's popular at the time. Because when she was fucking trying to do the sports thing, I don't think she's even from Washington D.C. and she was trying to be a Capitals fan. So
Oh
yeah,
shit.
Yeah, and I think that was when they were really good. I think they had won. I can't remember what it is when you have the highest scoring in the league or whatever. They had President's Cup or whatever. They had won that. And she was going to the fucking playoff games and all that, and then the puck flew over, and she acted like it ruptured her implant and shit. Mia Khalifa will do anything for attention. 100%.
oh, we know. Believe me, the internet knows.
That's true.
We have all the footage to prove it, Dion.
Yeah, shit.
We've reviewed that shit like the Zapruder film.
Mhm.
Back into the left.
Yeah,
Back into the
back
left.
to the left. Right on our cheek.
That's fucking terrible.
Yeah, well, great minds think alike, Nick.
That's true. Dion, did you watch her when she was doing her sportscasting stuff?
I would watch a couple of them because it was her, and mainly because it was her and Lisa Ann had both started trying to do. Which now I think about,
shit, that's
probably,
fucking hilarious! Oh my God.
Yeah, it's probably who she was trying to copy was Lisa Ann. So, so I was just watching to see what they, and it was pretty what you would think it is. Someone who most likely has someone tell them things about sports, and then they say it on camera.
So it was nothing. It was nothing like riveting or compelling. It was just like the normal shit.
Right. It was very standard. I want to do sports now vibe.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, yeah. If it wasn't anything to write home about, then fuck that. Yeah, that's super dumb. That's super dumb.
Yep.
Oh man.
I mean, I wasn't going to be able to get into sports if it wasn't for Mia Khalifa's input on it.
I mean, shit. Sports got into her too.
I wonder how many
So many
times.
balls. So many balls.
So. Oh shit.
It's like a hot dog going down a hallway. Anyways.
Listen.
It's like Lamar's javelin going down a hallway.
There
Nick.
you go.
Whoa.
Bring
Just
it back,
imagine
bring
it.
Oh god.
I mean,
Oh man.
it's all good fun. We'll see what Mia Khalifa's up to in the future. My guess is she's going to, like you said,
Dude, she's gonna make some. She's gonna make some fucking She's gonna make some 3D AI game where you get to bang her or something like that. You gotta buy her, attachment device along with it or something.
Bro, listen, that woman will pivot.
Well, she'll pivot. She'll roll. She'll go on her head. She'll do a lot of things, Dion. A lot of things.
Oh shit!
Guys, I
POV
actually
is
have
a hell of a view.
I have some footage of the hot dog in Mia Khalifa's hallway. Here it is, right.
You found it.
There
You
we go.
found it. I knew you could. I knew you could. God damn it. Ah, shit. I fucking love those goddamn movies, man. They're so.
I do
they're
too.
So much fun. Jesus Christ.
And it lands.
I hope there's some reunion thing convention with them, because I will travel and fly to it so fast.
If it's within a decent range, I'll go with you. I love Revenge of the Nerds.
God, dude. Yeah. I got to meet them like I think 15 years ago or something. It was fucking worth it.
Oh. All right, folks, hit that thumbs up button to let us know you enjoy World Class Bullshitters content. We have more coming to you all the time, including some surprises tomorrow. So be on the lookout for everything we release, and go watch us as it goes live. All right, guys. So Kendo will be here in a few moments, so we'll save our Barbenheimer information for that, because I want to hear Kendo's take on the meme war that's going on around the world. But let's be serious for a moment here. Have you guys heard the information about the Disney whistleblower in terms of the forced diversity and how if you didn't play the game, you were punished behind the scenes?
No.
Heard a little bit. Yeah, not any details, but kind of heard the broad strokes of what was going on, and it's as weird as like the Lizzo thing. It's like this company who strives on being this way is completely batshit crazy, and some of the stuff they sound like, some of the stuff that is being alleged sounds really like illegal.
Yeah, I don't doubt that this stuff goes on behind the scenes, and the legality of it blows my mind. I'm glad we have a video that I'm working on right now about this, the trend in diversity and how it's kind of coming to an end by force. And I want to save some of the more refined topic for the video itself, so I can make sure I get through everything in the manner I want to. But tonight we're going to talk about this one, and this information comes from our pal WDW Pro, who will be joining us on the High Council in 2 weeks. So I believe that is the 15th. He will be joining us on the show. This coming Tuesday, we have not Literature Devil, we have Script Doctor, our good buddy. We're going to be talking about all sorts of entertaining things. They always are when he's on the show. But the week after that will be WDW Pro. So make sure you join us on Tuesday, August 15th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The week build up to Horror Hound is going to be chock full of wonderful world-class content, folks. So make sure you don't miss any of that, and then watch us live from Horror Hound, the return of the bullshitters. So, this comes from our pal WDW Pro, but a Disney whistleblower claims that the company has required employees to keep diversity, inclusion, and equity, or DEI, how it's actually read, virtues, diaries that determine whether the employees would receive promotions, raises, or even keep their jobs. The whistleblower also claimed that the company systematically persecuted conservative employees. It says, it is now our understanding that at Disney, since the summer of 2020, many employees of the company have been required to maintain their various virtuous actions within diversity, equity, and inclusion, and that a diary of their good deeds was part of maintaining their job security. But it's not just that, but in fact it was also tied to their job compensation, if you can believe it. It was added that we're talking about bonuses that you might not receive, that went afoul. There's also other talk about this. Now, folks, if you want to hear more of it, make sure you check out the WDW Pro video. But it goes beyond just not filling out the Word doc that you had on the DEI requirements. Let's say you were actually on social media and you responded to some sort of conservative value where you're going to be brought into HR and explain that this doing at the Walt Disney Company, it's not allowed here. And that's how they eliminated a majority of their employees that have those views. And so now, according to this report, the Disney company has been more or less a monolithic state where everyone is on one side of the spectrum and everyone else is either hiding or just quiet. So what do you guys think about this? There's a little more to that, but I want to get your take about that. If this is true, according to this whistleblower, how messed up is it that they basically hinge your whole job on this DEI crap?
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to hear more about it. Especially having a job in corporate America, right? A lot of companies do have sensitivity stuff and all that. So that stuff definitely does exist, and a lot of times, your performance, depending on, if because a lot of companies have social media contracts, right? So that part exists. But what they're saying, it sounds like it is a very different environment at Disney, which again, I wouldn't be surprised with everything going on and how hard they've been pushing things. So yeah, if if that's the case, where they're trying to police every single thing, especially in terms of if you work in the social media public relations department of Disney, that's wild. That's very, very wild. So yeah, man, I would, specifics here are very important, but again, you can't be all that surprised. Everything that's been going on, behind the scenes, the movies that they're pushing out, the movies that aren't doing well, that would be wild.
Don't you think, though, tying people's incomes and bonuses to this stuff makes their desires to be diverse hollow, and it makes it just based on a desire, a capitalistic desire, which, you work for a living. There's a reason behind that. But don't you think it just makes this whole initiative hollow, like to force it on people?
It depends what the metrics are. That's why it's dangerous to I guess, digest what this whistleblower is saying, right? So typically, when you have incentives, right? So, depending on what the company is, your bonus situation, it's called an incentive thing, bonus, whatever. They go on metrics. So, because, companies by and large don't want to have to give more money. So anytime your bonus, your incentive is based on something, you have to be able to quantify it, because obviously you can get sued for that type of thing. So if that is the case, I would be dying to know how they measure that. If you have a certain threshold that you have to adhere to when it comes to our diversity push, how are they measuring that? Especially if you're in public relations or social media or marketing or whatever, because especially when you have your one-on-ones for a business, and that shit is the type of shit that goes into your incentive package, you have to be able to bring proof. So what do they grade it on? Do they go off of replies? Do they go off of media mentions? Do they go off of what magazines say? So, that's why it's important, especially with people in the sphere that we're in. You hear something and the knee-jerk reaction is that's crazy, but it's a corporations do not fuck around with this shit. So I would kill actually to know how do they measure that, and if they have a way to measure that, then yeah, that's a huge thing. That's a huge concern, because that means that by definition, if it's something that you can pay people more for, that's kind of crazy. Like that's if pushing Disney's diversity is what your pay is based off of, that's pretty wild, because at least in the public eye, it doesn't look like Disney knows what the fuck they're doing. So I would love to know, how do they quantify that?
They follow China's way of doing things. They just put cameras around every corner and every hallway and every room, and they track your eye movements. That's why they know where you are with like an RFID tag, thing attached that's just molded into your skin. And if you're sitting down too long, or if you're not active too, if you're active too much, or if you're too white or not white enough, or not female enough, they track all those metrics across an AI program that they have developed, and then they spit out a number, and if that number is high or low depends on how much you get paid that day during that week and during that pay period. So that's kind of how it's equated. If you've ever been to China or North Korea, you kind of know what I'm talking about.
I just got back last week. You're 100% on point.
I assume that's what it's like. I mean, that sounds like the most stressful work environment fucking ever. Like, if you stare at somebody like a half second too long, is that sexual harassment all of a sudden? Do you get written up, or do they get to talk to you about somebody? Like, what the fuck happens if you wear the wrong thing, or if you don't look professional enough, or if you're a woman and your low cut shirt is too low, or your skirt's too high? Like, how the fuck do you equate all of this to everything? Or if you address people in a certain way during a fucking meeting, does that count against your score? Like, how petty are we being here about this bullshit? And I'm sure anybody who worked there at some point is like, the money's not worth it, I'm fucking leaving. Like, I'm gonna go work at fucking In-N-Out because it's gonna be less stressful than this. that just sounds terrible. And if this is true, and this is what's really happened. This is kind of another Lizzo situation where like they keep forcing this diversity on people, and it's just making their job more and more stressful, and they have to worry about. I don't know if you saw that video of the people who were trying to do like the meeting or whatever, and they were being like really liberal, and they were like, oh, don't say guys because it's you're saying this to men. Don't be too loud because people who have like auditory problems are gonna have can associate well or whatever. Like it was a whole like the meeting in the first 45 minutes of the meeting, it was just them like trying to clear rules up for every little fucking infraction. It was infuriating. If that's the way it is,
hearing you talk about it.
Yeah, if that's the way it is there, they can have their pay. They can do whatever. I don't want to fucking work there. No, thank you. And if this goes from everybody from like the higher ups to the guy sweeping up the popcorn in the park, fuck it. No, thank you. I'm out. Done. I'll go to Universal and enjoy myself over there. It's fine.
I think a lot of people have already done that, Nick, because I mean, across the board, Disney has lower numbers. They just had another flop last week with the Haunted Mansion. That was a fairly pricey movie, and it only made what, like $23 million.
Oh well, I have the box. I actually pulled up the box office right now. Domestic box office as of right now is $31 million.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
What was the budget?
Let's see. Let me look that up actually right now as well.
Gotcha.
Well, he's looking that one up.
That movie, 31 million, it's not great.
Budget according to Google is 150.
Ew.
Yeah, and just so you know, the international box office on top of the international box office on top of the domestic only equates to 40 million. So that was $8 million for the international box office over the past since it's been released.
Yeah, they got a lot of brothers in that movie, a lot of sisters in that movie.
So did the first one too with Eddie Murphy. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's Disney we're talking about that, so they're trying to sell, one A is China. So it's that movie, if it only did 31 domestically, and it only did 8 million internationally, that means that they couldn't put it in certain markets. And the markets they put it in didn't do that well.
Dear God, I'm looking at the cast list right now, and I'm like, it's a diversity person's wet dream. I swear to God, I'm just looking at the cast right now. Like I'm just okay. And even then, like the higher up names are like they're like very well known people. So
yeah, it's not cheap. Even though they made sure to check all the boxes, it wasn't cheap to pay all those people. So yeah, man. I mean. Yeah, that's just seeing that and then hearing what this whistleblower is saying, that just sounds like a crazy environment, which is very ironic because again, it's Disney, so they're doing it to make money. I can't imagine having to walk on eggshells and still be expected to put out billion-dollar projects. That's tough.
Yeah,
that's fucking tough.
Yeah, and it seems like their main priority is once again like before like when they come up with the script or whatever like that, it seems like they're already the first thing they do is like check all the boxes first. Can we make this person this? Can we make this person that? And then they go on to like try to make it into a billion-dollar movie, which you can't because I mean look at the fuck was it? The Eternals or whatever. Like they tried doing that with that and it bombed hard.
Yo, motherfuckers still trying to defend that movie. Twitter is still trying to defend that movie.
They need to give it up.
So weird. It's
if they love the movie so much, go rent it at Redbox like a million times. Okay, do that. Put your fucking money into it then. If
they don't love it that much, Nick.
Go buy the goddamn Lego sets that are like on discount now that nobody's got, nobody cares about.
Did you see in our toy video, dude, how the Black Panther toys have done so poorly? They're at Ollie's on clearance. They're at Target on clearance.
Christ, dude. Yep. The bust on the Lego website is going on discount. Like it's nobody wants it, man.
Who would?
Yeah, it's even I showed you which is really weird. For the Marvels, they had a Lego thing come out for them. It's called the Hoopty. That's that the Hoopty is the space vehicle that they have in the Marvels.
Wow,
really? That's what it's
I'm not
called?
kidding. That's what it's called. I will pull it up again and give you the link right now. I'm not kidding.
Send me the link. I'll share it on air.
They redid the trailer for that in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. That second trailer is way better than the first one.
Is it hard to be better than the absolute lowest thumbs down or most thumbs down trailer in history?
Absolutely not. But damn it, it's interesting, to kind of piggyback off of Nick's point. Those punchbacks, they clearly recognize them because that second trailer, the tone is they pull back on a lot of the we're all gals theme of the first trailer, and it's very interesting. It is very fucking interesting, and especially with it's the most disliked haunted mansion not doing well. This news coming out, and then obviously Bob Iger getting in front of the camera, dude. What they're gonna do, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't gonna be intrigued to watch, man, because Disney's in a weird ass corner. They're in a weird ass corner, and especially with this whistleblower coming out, pushing them in a certain direction. A lot of those motherfuckers are striking because of Disney. So,
did you? Speaking of strikes, did you hear about A24?
No.
A24 agreed to the terms, so the unions have let them continue making movies.
Really?
A24, the entire company is only worth $150 billion. Or $150 billion. Like, they're not worth that much compared to Disney and things like that. But they agreed to the terms, and they're continuing making movies. And they have like a few. And they're going to release, I think, 2 more this year. They already released a horror one this last weekend, or it's going to come out this weekend. And they're going to release 2 more, and I think they have a few more slated across it. So it's like they may have made the smart move, because if their movies are going to be the only ones in theaters for a bit,
yep.
And people are going to go watch them because they're going to be the only ones out. They're going to make some fucking money.
Seriously, talk about taking advantage of a market, dude. That's huge. That is huge.
There and I'm pretty sure their stuff is pretty low budget too. It's not they don't make it for a lot of money. They concentrate on the fucking story and make good shit. Like I know they pivoted from making like art house stuff to like making actual like more palatable things, and they've done a good job with it. So yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm an A24 fan, Nick. That's what I want us to create. We'll just be B25. Do you think that'll work? Or do you think we'll get sued?
Or CB4. There we go. CB4.
Dude, I'm down. We can do a whole studio based on CB4. We'll do a live action musical of The Sweat from My Balls. I mean, people would come see that one, right?
Why not?
Now, the one thing I wanted to say, you're talking about the Marvel stuff, Dion, since you saw the new trailer. Dude, the Marvels isn't going to be as hot as people think because it's not going to get any IMAX screens. IMAX is fully committed to doing Dune, too. So that's going to take a chunk out of its box office.
Dune deserves Dune deserves IMAX. I went to go watch Oppenheimer in IMAX, like the one that like you're fucking supposed to, like, the one that Nolan like made it for, kind of thing. A 3-story goddamn screen. It was fucking beautiful and epic. I was just on the edge of my seat the whole time. It was wonderful.
I loved it.
I
know so many people want to dump on it, but I'm like, Oppenheimer was great. I don't know what you're hating.
So good. Yeah, it was so good, man. So good. But yeah, as you see on the screen right now, we have the fucking hoopty from the Marvels.
Man, this dude, Marvels might be a disaster. It might be a disaster. Listen, man. Listen. Apparently, the first one made $1 billion, so I won't be surprised if some shenanigans go down. Whatever. But man, to go from Captain Marvel 2 to the Marvels, to see the backlash to it, Sam Jackson trying to fight the internet, and then for them to change the tone of the trailer for the second trailer, dude, we'll see. We'll fucking see, man. All the chips are on the table, so you cannot afford for one of the reasons you did, the female Avengers scene in Endgame. One of the reasons, you backed Brie Larson. Dude, if the Marvels go down, man, it's the Wild West again.
I mean, I think it's a Wild West now with the strike happening. Anybody who's making any kind of entertainment, anybody who's pivoting and wanting to do like even short form stuff with comedy or whatever like that, the you know, the court's open. It's open, man. Take over, do something, you know, keep us entertained, because at some point, I mean, if this strike persists as it seems like it's going to, for the bigger studios, it's we may not have anything to watch, you know, next year. So
Oh, we'll look at our audience. Will have stuff to watch next
no,
year. 'cause we'll have new
definitely
stuff for 'em.
100% ours will. But I'm just saying, like, you know, there will be less from the bigger studios to watch. Is what I'm saying. You know, that's what it is.
It could be a blessing in disguise, man, because the big studios have been putting out bullshit for so long.
No, they have, and it seems like in the last almost 10 years, it's been terrible shit, terrible stuff. There's not been anything that's been. There's been very few things that are worth rewatching or buying or investing into at all. You know, so it's just been terrible.
It's been such an artistic dry spell for so many years, because of course you've had big hits, but like really 2019 kind of signaled the end of a lot of fun stuff. And then I know it was the pandemic, but like even before that, the stuff that was made before the pandemic even happened, but the stuff that came out during that, there was a change in entertainment, and this is a response to a lot of that. And I'm just interested to see how, what you guys refer to as the Wild West, I'm interested to see how long this can last, how long this barren wasteland can last. Because a lot of non-Disney properties are starting to step up and really make a name for themselves.
I think Dion's right with this being the Wild West. Here's why. Okay, we now have we're going to have a deficit of entertainment from the higher ups. People like us and people with platforms and things like that are going to have more of a chance to get a bigger audience. Also, with the advent of AI and you're able to do things quickly, you're going to have more things come out with a higher quality than you would normally from somebody like, you know, who has no money. So anybody who doesn't have a lot of money, who can like pay for AI things for like a month or two and really get a good story and good music and stuff like that, it's going to really level the playing field, and we're going to get a lot of unique things coming out, which I'm excited for. Honestly, I'm always excited for people who want to, people who don't have the means to, all of a sudden having the means to make stuff and seeing what their ideas are. A lot of them are not going to be good. That's good. That's going to be true. But we may get a few diamonds in the rough of things that are just like, the concepts are good, the trailers are good, the ideas are good, but they need to be like fleshed out a little bit more. And these people need maybe a little bit more money or a little more time or whatever. And it's going to be something awesome.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, listen, Hillary and I were laughing about it last night. You know, don't get me wrong. You know, I am a pro pay those motherfuckers guy. At the same time, you know, I'd be lying, man, if I wasn't excited to see what up and comer comes out of the fucking smoke, man. Especially with A20. No, A24 has been white hot, man. You know, A24 has kind of been the LA night of movie studios, and you know, and especially after Bob Iger, you know, saying what he said, it coming out how much he makes. You know, Disney's in the corner again. Is the most Disney thing ever. You know, but Disney's in the corner. And if you have a studio like A24 cranking out stuff that's good during the strike, dude, it you know, the Wild West, I think, is a perfect way to put it. And it not just Disney, but, you know, Universal and WB and, you know, all these other studios, you know, especially when they put out that crazy ass bullshit offer a couple weeks ago, dude. I mean, and even if they somehow do get AI to a point during the strike where they could somewhat use it, you know, you're going to have an arms race, you know, especially with studios like A24, you know, it's going to be interesting to watch, not to mention all the crazy shit we're going to get out of this. You know, we got American Gladiators out of a strike. So, dude, it's you know, I'd be lying if I didn't say I was a little bit excited to see what the Wild West brings up.
100%. Yeah, let's see. Holy shit! The movie "Talk to Me" that's coming out or came out from A24. Guess how much it was made for?
Damn! Based on the way you said that, I'm gonna say they made it for. I'm gonna say $10 million.
Lower.
What?
Lower, sir.
5?
4.5.
Whoa, dude, if that movie cleans up at the box office,
that movie needs to have a somewhat of a good turnout Thursday night, Dion, and they will clean up.
dude. And listen, you and Jeff were saying it. You know, horror could be coming is slapping some bitches around these days. I was a little hesitant, but dude, 4.5, dude. Yeah, imagine quadrupling your budget in one day.
Yeah, they will pay for that movie in a weekend, even if it does shitty numbers. Even if it does, let's see, the metric is always what, 2.5 times.
Mm-hmm,
2.5 times that. Oh god, let's see. What is it exactly? 11.25 million.
dude.
They'll make that in the weekend.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's that rate of return. I mean, you know, listen, that's the type of I mean, obviously Canon fucked it all up, but that's the type of shit that made Canon, you know, they have their own wing of movie history because they did shit like that.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah. If they keep this up, even let's see, what was another one they did? I think they did. Is it A24X?
Wasn't what was the good action one?
They did okay. They did a movie called X in 2022. I remember it's with Mia Goth and actually Jenna Ortega and Brittany Snow and Kid Cudi, and go figure. That movie was basically a slasher, you know, made in the 70s, or you know, placed in the 70s. It was made for $1 million.
Dude.
They're spending such little money to make such like good movies. This is fucking ridiculous. This is the cheat code. This is what you know, they figured it out, man. They know what they're doing.
I mean, listen, short-term gains, baby. You know, that's that, you know, it would be hilarious if Hollywood went back to that, right? You know, especially, you know, the low risk, high reward mentality that the big studios have had the last decade. You know, if A24, you know, Blumhouse, if they take advantage of this shit, and you're having banger after banger making 4, 5, 6 times its budget, that's gonna change some shit. Because imagine them getting that formula down and then making bigger budget movies. You know, that's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
And like me and Jeff said, yeah, horror. I mean, horror saved last year. I mean, there were like 4 or 5 that came out that were, you know, decent. And the thing is that those movies are fucking cheap to make. In all honesty, you get a decent horror script and you give it some fairly good name. You make a pretty good trailer. You get some teenage nobodies, you know, who are fresh out of acting school, or whatever, and you put them in it. You're good to go. You know, you invest like 5-6 million into it. You're good to go, man. You don't need much more.
Yeah, I mean, and especially, you know. And you know, and as with everything, as you get better at something, right, it becomes easier to do. So if, you know, A24 has already got, you know, 20-30 pictures under their belt, right? You know, if you're banking these W's, dude, that's wild, man. Like, that's wild. Because weren't they trying to make a play for Furiosa too?
I think so. I think that may have been what they were trying to do. But yeah, it's
would Warner Brothers ever give that up?
I mean, listen, I don't know if they were straight up giving that up yet, but, you know, there was the whole thing where they were haggling for money with George Miller, you know, and then obviously Charlize was getting kind of pissed with what was holding it up, you know, and then I don't know if Warner Brothers has. I don't know how much longer they have the rights to it, but, you know, at least recently, I thought I read that A24 was trying to make a play for it. So that, I mean, especially if A24 is banking 3-4 quadruple factors for their movies and they get some big property, I'm telling you, man, that's, like you're saying, that's welcome to the Wild Wild West.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. If their investment for this stuff is like, you know, max at $10 million and that's all they put into it, they're getting their returns back in like a couple of weeks, man.
Yeah,
that's got to be a good feeling. Unlike Disney, who's like,
yeah.
oh, maybe we'll make it in the back end in a year.
Well, because while we were gone, I looked at the budget for the new movie Talk to Me they put out I think last weekend. It's $4.5 million, Jeff. That's the budget. That's the budget. Yeah, that's the budget. If you remember the movie like X and then Pearl that came out, they were
I
$1 million
just saw
apiece.
X this weekend.
That was $1 million.
Huh. Shit, we could do a lot with $1 million.
Yeah, well these days you can.
Oh, so I had to step away for a moment, folks. I apologize about that, but I'm back with some water. So, guys, is there anything else you guys want to say about the Disney whistleblower stuff? I know this was a very long segment, but I think we kind of covered it all incredibly well.
All I'm saying is I am high key excited to see what the fuck comes out of that.
Yeah, if it's true and things get ousted and people start I guess people start dropping like flies, it's gonna be interesting because Bob Iger's still in he's inside of a house on fire right now trying to make sure everything's okay and trying to put everything out, but I don't know, man. That fire keeps growing. He keeps trying to be like, no, everything's cool. We're fine. We're fine. It's like, are you sure, Bob? Are you sure? Yeah. I think what's gonna happen. I think if it keeps going down this way, they're gonna probably ask like Apple to buy them or some shit like that.
You mean beg?
Listen, we're far from that, but you keep taking all these L's, you keep taking all these shots to the chin. Hardcore corrections are required, and Disney has done it before. So I don't know, man. We'll see. That's why this shit's so intriguing, man. If there's anything I've learned about corporate America is no one really knows what they're doing. You find what works and you keep doing it. So if Disney isn't doing the whole diversity thing well inside their walls, combined with everything going on, of course correction is gonna happen because say what you want, especially on Twitter, motherfuckers don't like when the stock prices keep falling down.
Yeah, and according to some people I've talked to, they haven't paid dividends in like 2 or 3 years or something like that.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nick, real quick, while we have recently talked about it, do you want to get the X trilogy reviewed and have a commentary and all that shit in the future for the listeners as soon as Maxine's out?
Oh God, yeah, dude, yeah, because I watched X and I watched Pearl, which is like the prequel to X, and Maxine they shot and they're done with already. It just got to come out at some point. So no, I'm down for that. I think Maxine is like the 70s or 80s version. I think like in downtown, they're in some downtown major city in like the 70s or 80s, and it's very much that thing. I think they're in California in the 70s, and then like I'm down for that whole like crazy, dirty downtown area kind of movie. I'm down for it. I want to check it out.
I finally saw that, but then I saw another movie with Mia Goth called Infinity Pool.
How was that?
Weird as shit.
Yeah, it seemed like it was weird as shit. Yeah.
I want to watch that with Dion when he's had a couple drinks and a couple California shots, just to hear him go, "What?" for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, because I remember watching the trailer for that, and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna watch this in theaters. I may watch it afterwards, but I didn't watch it in the theaters.
And he's just saying that because we watched Glass Onion.
Oh my God.
Oh, dude, I forgot about Glass Onion. Thanks for reminding me of a terrible memory.
Geez.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Ryan Johnston.
If I gotta suffer, you gotta suffer.
And we all suffer together, folks. Hit that thumbs up button to let us know that the suffering is worth it, though.
Speaking of suffering, I gotta grab a movie off of Netflix at some point and have Dion suffer through it.
What movie?
Oh shit!
Army of the Dead.
Oh, Zack Snyder.
By his favorite director in the whole wide world.
I probably shouldn't be telling you guys this, but I was so terrified that we were going to watch that this summer, and I was like specifically trying not to talk about it. And then, like a couple of weeks ago, I think it was Dr. Coffin-Nails had like made a comment, and I was inside panic. I was like, I hope this motherfucker doesn't see that, because I do not want to watch that goddamn movie. Because it's not just that I hate Zack Snyder, but everything involved with that was terrible. That shitty goddamn match the WWE did that caused the Miz to tear his fucking ACL. Like, it's just bad news. And I feel like watching it on our show is just inviting the universe to fuck with us. And fuck you, Zack Snyder. I ain't falling for it.
So watching the movie will give us bad mojo. Gotcha.
All right, folks,
It
we're going to
could.
watch
I'm
it
not
over on
saying it will.
Patreon to protect our
Listen.
YouTube channel.
Well, listen, my ancestors are like, hey, yo, you need to put a spell, get some fucking graveyard dirt, get some crow's feet, cook a pot of chitlins, whatever you got to do. Because that movie is bad fucking news.
Chitlins, that's the blackest thing you've ever said to me, dude. And I've known you for 15 years.
That? God damn it.
Oh, shit.
My thoughts exactly. Now, guys, on screen right here, we have one of the many Barbenheimer memes. Now, I don't know how you guys felt about it, but you couldn't avoid the Barbenheimer crap. I'll just call it crap. I'm not angry about it, but the one thing that I found fascinating is the response from Japan. Now, everyone had been joking online about how, they're going to do, I can't wait to do a double feature of Barbenheimer in Japan, this and that and the other. And apparently the people of Japan have not taken too kindly to all of this stuff on social media.
Uh-oh.
Yes. So the international feud began on the official Twitter account. We're not going to call it X here. Are you guys used to calling it X yet? Because I'm not.
Hell no, I'm still calling it Twitter.
It will remain Twitter in our hearts forever. So, over on Twitter, officially, is what we'll call it here on WCBS, the account for Barbie commented that it's going to be a summer to remember beneath the movie poster collage that mashed up the toy-inspired flick with Oppenheimer, a film about making the atomic bomb that dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945, eventually killing nearly 200,000 Japanese. The poster uploaded last month by the account discussing film depicts J. Robert Oppenheimer, portrayed by Cillian Murphy, holding Barbie in front of a mushroom cloud, which you're seeing right in front of you. And Japanese Twitter users did not take lightly to the joke. And a rebuke on the Barbenheimer trend, they've since spawned memes that mock 9/11 terrorist attacks on the U.S. Since the controversy of the hashtag #NoBarbenheimer has been trending on social media. And here's one that I'll put up on the screen in a minute. He says, "Yo, how do you think? Idiots, go fuck yourself," one user wrote, alongside a picture of the World Trade Center emitting pink smoke. What do you Americans who use this tag to make jokes about the atomic bomb feel when they see this image?" said one angry user next to a similar image. How do the Americans people think they see a meme of the attacked Twin Towers? Cynics fought back, claiming that the memes weren't hurtful due to the fact that U.S. social media users mock the tragedy as well. They say, "What the Japanese people fail to understand is that most American Twitter users find 9/11 jokes funny," remarked a user. "They're screaming at a wall here."
Yeah,
Several others echoed this.
It's been long enough, and like we can joke about it now, so it's fine.
Yeah, and
What
then
is-
it's
what-
fun.
what is the South Park thinks at 22.5 years, some shit like that? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that was just
Okay.
the whole thing. Like, when can we make jokes?
Yeah.
I just find it funny that the people of Japan are so offended by this. But, you know.
Well, listen, you gotta, Japan ain't, look, they are polite as hell, but they're not exactly known for being able to take a joke. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention the fact, culturally speaking, they've got a lot of stress-related stuff, going on. Just, because don't they have a crazy high rate of suicide?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they do.
And all that, So, don't get me wrong. I love when you have layered shit going back and forth between cultures on the internet. That's why I love the internet. And at the same time, like Japan, that meme is hilarious, and then you getting really mad about it is hilarious. Don't feed the trolls, because I get the knee-jerk reaction to make 9/11 jokes, but that was 20-some years ago, and we've been dealing with a lot of shit over here. So Americans' humor is very dark right now. We got a lot of dark humor going on.
Oh yeah, dude. No, it's
we got two geriatric motherfuckers running for president. So we're in a very humorous place on the internet. So that may backfire. Plus, Barbenheimer, come on, that's crazy and it's ridiculous and it's just stupid enough to be funny. So like that. I mean, that's so bad, but. Guys, you're not gonna bother us with that right now. 15 years ago, different. Fucking 2023, America's going through some shit. So a lot of us are kind of sniggling at that.
Yeah, man. I mean, hey, we can make. I mean, I can make 9/11 jokes all day, man. Like unfortunately, my dad died during that time. Best pal we had.
God damn, what a perfect
Damn,
place to
dude.
bring Kendo into the show.
I just want you to know that I love you, and you ever need to talk, man, I'm fucking here for you.
No, that really was a joke. That really was a joke. It's fine.
Kendo, welcome to the show. You've walked into the Barbenheimer Japan battle.
I mean, that's cool and all. I don't see what Barbenheimer has to do with, terrorists, but whatever.
They're just mad. They're trying. This is a response meme to all the Barbenheimer stuff. So
Gotcha. Well, what they should have done then is they should have made the towers one Barbie, one Ken, and then the jet could have been Oppenheimer blowing them up. See, I'd be fine with that. That would have made more sense.
are you the last person here on the channel to have not seen Oppenheimer?
Yes, probably, most likely, because, Jeff, I don't even have time to go pee. So, here we are.
Did
Well,
you pee
thank you
before
for
you got
making
on?
time for the show tonight instead of going to the bathroom, Kendo. We appreciate your suffering.
Yeah,
Hopefully that bucket's big enough.
that's all right. I mean,
It's a pickle jar, one of those gallon ones from the from Jimmy
there's a
John's.
mop over in the corner. We're okay.
Oh, God.
I'm wearing the wets tonight.
You're in the
Welcome, man. I don't know how we did the show without you.
I don't know either. I mean, but I'm here. Football season be damned.
Hell yeah, man. Can't keep a good bullshitter down. See, folks, we're here each and every week because we want to entertain you guys. So make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and be on the lookout for more from world-class bullshitters. Kendo, it just makes me more excited to hang out at Horror Hound, dude. It's going to be a hell of a time.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that. I'm really, really doing everything I can to make that one.
Just imagine the steak, how good it's going to taste.
Do I have to smuggle you out in a fucking duffel bag, Kendo? Is that what has to happen?
I mean, you might have to. Luckily, our game is on the 17th, so I will not be on the show until very late on the 17th because that's our opening game of the season. Because for some reason, Thursday night football isn't tradition around here. I didn't know that. Just for that week, and then I'm really, really planning on being on a plane the next day and getting the hell out of town for a couple days.
All right.
You deserve it.
I know I do.
So, guys,
That's my boy.
we have one more thing to talk about in terms of news, and then we're going to turn this into our fun wrestling segment. So, Kendo, you timed it just right to get here. But
Yay.
our old pal Vince McMahon, Mr. Twirly McMustache, is back in the news for another damn lawsuit. So, Dion, take us back for a minute. How did a lot of this Vince McMahon, these legal issues pop up earlier this year?
So it was discovered and became a big issue for the WWE, the corporate machine that it is, that Vince McMahon was using company money to pay off multiple women that he was involved with. And this was obviously at a very sensitive time for them, which caused him to originally retire. He had this whole thing. He had his final tweet where he was thanking the WWE Universe, saying it was time for him to retire. And then after a certain amount of time, after Triple H taking over creative, after Stephanie and what's that other dude's name, Khan, taking
Nick
over
Khan.
the business aspect. Thank you. Mr. Vince McMahon decided to leverage his stakes in the company, and he sold his majority stakes to Endeavor. And that, in turn, he was put back in charge, and which brought us to today.
And folks, let me tell you a little more about today. So Vince McMahon is back in the news because a subpoena has been issued for more of his allegations. Let me just pull this one up for you right now, folks, because I keep laughing at all of Vince McMahon's troubles. So, according to the news, federal law enforcement agents executed a search warrant and subpoenaed WWE Executive Chairman Vince McMahon last month as part of an investigation into claims of sexual misconduct, the company announced this week. U.S. regulators and federal agents also demanded that the WWE hand over certain documents. McMahon has not been charged with a crime. The WWE and McMahon did not immediately respond to a request for comment as well. As you said, Dion, he was forced to retire in July of 2022, but he remains the company's major shareholder. And it's reported that he has to pay $19.6 million for these personal expenses. So far, he's paid $17.4 million, as reported on Wednesday. So, Vince McMahon has had a history of shit levied against him. He's also created some of the best wrestling content in history. But the dude likes what he likes, and we've been watching for years. Are we even surprised that this is the case with Vince?
No. For the better part of the late 90s and the early mid-2000s, he portrayed himself as a sexual predator / sex pest. And then we find out, turns out he really are one. Shocking.
Well, I mean, it's art imitating life, so what do you expect?
Yeah, it's like anybody that would be surprised that Vince McMahon was going around banging chicks and possibly paying them for their silence. If you're that surprised, I got a lake down the street that I'd be glad to sell you.
Ooh, what's it called?
Motor Lake.
We should open up a B&B on that, Dion. We'll Airbnb it out.
Damn right. And then we can even buy a boat, and it can be Motorboat Lake for us.
There you go.
Dude, I would go to Motorboat Lake, and they'll have Motorboat Cabin. People everywhere would want to go to Motorboat Cabin.
Motorboat Cabin.
No, what you do is you put a big old like decorative knife on the front, so it's Motorboat Lake next to the stabbing cabin.
I'm in.
Yeah, I'm there for it.
Anything to just make our dreams come true, folks.
That's right. Anything's possible.
Thanks, Kevin Garnett. So with all these legal issues, do you think Vince is ever going to actually step away from wrestling, or are they always going to come up with more convoluted ways to keep Vince in power?
That they're going to have to tear that old man away.
You know, like the mob movies, like Goodfellas, when Paulie and all them go to jail, but they're still running shit behind the scenes. That's what's going to happen. You know how I know that's what's going to happen? Because during the steroid trial, when Vince thought he was going to go to jail, he hired Jerry Jarrett to come in and be the booker, not because he wanted him to run the company in his stead, but because Jerry Jarrett would listen to Vince from jail and do what Vince was telling him to do. So this is just a carny version of a mafia boss.
Listen, this ain't the 90s. And if anything, it's a lot more likely that Vince ends up like Joe Pesci in Goodfellas than he does like his version of telling Jared to do anything.
Nick Khan and Triple H are going to take him to a thing. They're like, Vince, it's your 80th birthday party. Walks into the room. Oh, no. Pop, pop.
Yep, because that old man, like we were saying with Lizzo, a lot of super rich people, a lot of famous people aren't the best at keeping those skeletons in the back of the fucking closet. And if this motherfucker's getting subpoenaed, if they're executing search warrants at his home, he's gonna fight it because that's Vince McMahon. We there's no doubt about that. But he's an old fucking man, and he ain't got the strength to fight forever.
Well, we'll see, man. That dude's a genetic jackhammer.
That's right.
Yep.
At least that's what his secretary said.
I was on the cover of Men's Fitness.
Yes, Vince. Yes, you were. Now, one of Vince McMahon's better creations takes place this weekend, WWE SummerSlam. And folks, tonight we're going to give you a little preview of that show because we're bringing more wrestling content back to the channel. Like we keep saying, 2022 is the year where we're hashtag building a better bullshitters and expanding the brand. Soon you will have world-class kayfabe here on the channel, and we'll be talking about that content fairly regularly. But since it's a big pay-per-view weekend, one of the big four, we thought we'd give you a quick rundown and our predictions for this weekend's pay-per-view, as well as some fun where we're going to list our 3 favorite SummerSlam matches. So guys, give me a quick second to get the image pulled up, and we're going to talk about this year's SummerSlam. Clearly, we're all the world's biggest Roman Reigns fans, so we're super excited to talk about the big dog. But We'll start with you. Oh, how do we want to start this? Let me pull up the image first. Dion, where does SummerSlam rank for you as a favorite pay-per-view? Like an all-time favorite?
It's I'd say it's top 3. It's up there. Even though I didn't have cable back in the day, my parents were fucking cheap. SummerSlam, I always wanted to watch SummerSlam. SummerSlam is always, obviously, I'm not as much as a wrestling fan as I was before, but SummerSlam was the climax of the summer, to shout out to Mila Khalifa, but it was the climax of the summer for me, man. Like, school's out. Anytime you start seeing promos for SummerSlam, you knew, damn, it's still summer. Summer's getting closer to the end, but some crazy shit's about to happen. It's the vibe of June and July in pro wrestling. They're gonna be a little bit of nip, a little bit of tip. Let's go. And so it's top 3. I think it definitely favorite. Yeah, top 3 easily for me.
Kendo, do you have strong feelings towards SummerSlam?
Yeah, I love SummerSlam as a kid. That was like my favorite pay-per-view. I don't know why. The Rumble ended up taking over for a little while until it became extremely predictable. But yeah, SummerSlam was always one that I enjoyed quite a bit and was always looking forward to, just because, I don't know, it was great. Some of my favorite moments happened at SummerSlam, like Undertaker versus Undertaker. In retrospect, that was a terrible spectacle. As a child, though, 11-year-old me was very happy to see the real Undertaker come back, because I was not buying that Ted DiBiase Undertaker. There's no way. Mainly because even at 11, I could tell you that dude's a lot shorter and his tattoos don't look right.
It was standard definition TV, Kendo. How did you know?
I mean, I was 11, but I wasn't retarded.
Fair enough. That's the quote of the night. I was 11, but I wasn't retarded. Kendo Slice.
I mean, that's a great way to say it. Gets the point across, and it was true. Because Vince McMahon definitely thought that we were retarded.
Still does. Don't act like he doesn't.
Oh yeah, the WWE thinks that all their fans are just complete mouth breathing trailer, trash idiots that don't know, left from right. The fact that they gaslight us about their own history tells you everything you need to know about what they think of the fans.
You ain't lying.
So, guys, I've loved SummerSlam. It was I think it was the second pay-per-view I ever ordered, SummerSlam 2001. So I'm always nostalgic for this event. Some great moments have happened. I still say the Rumble's my favorite of the year because it's the only one that feels slightly, unpredictable at times, at least in terms of order of eliminations and what you're going to see. But SummerSlam is a very special one for me, and I've been to SummerSlam in 2008. This year, SummerSlam emanates from Detroit, Michigan. And now, let's give our quick predictions before we can talk about our favorite matches this year. And folks in the chat, you should always be playing along at home with us. So, the main event, Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso for the undisputed WWE Championship. Who do you got? Roman Reigns or Jey Uso?
Sadly, Roman.
Kendo?
Jey Uso is not going to win.
You almost had me there. Nick, you want to guess?
The Rock.
Oh, dude, if The Rock wins the title, I will be calling you all on the fucking phone. Finally! And then Dion will be pissed that we didn't go.
True.
I'll be like, God damn it, Dion, we fucked up. I, too, am going to guess Roman Reigns wins. I like Jey Uso's storyline, but there's no way in hell, there's no chance in hell that this dude's going to walk out world champion. It's just, come on. What do you expect? So up next, we got Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. Who do we got? Dion? We'll just keep it in the same order.
I'm going Cody Rhodes this one.
Kendo.
Cody Rhodes.
Nick?
Ted DiBiase. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Going to jail, actually.
That only a son.
Oh, sure. But he's a Marine, a decorated veteran, Jeff.
Wasn't Randy Orton in the military as well?
Hey, so was John Cena. Calm down.
It's true. And The Miz. The Miz was also a decorated Marine Corps veteran.
God, you gotta love those Marine films. I saw one in a strip club once, but that's a story for another day. I'll
wait,
also pick
wait, a Marine or a Marine movie?
the Marine movie. When we went to WrestleMania in Miami the first time, we went to this strip club, and on the TV was John Cena in the Marine. And it was like kind of killing the vibe, to be perfectly honest.
Wait. The fact that you were paying attention to the screen and not the women on the stage is a fucking problem, Jeff.
Fair, but it's like we were down there for WrestleMania. That's the last place I wanted to see John Cena. I'm like, oh god damn it, why is this dude on TV?
There was a woman shaking her ass in your face, and you wanted.
I wasn't up at the stage yet, Nick. I just walked past the bar, and I noticed it. Believe me.
I mean, I'm not too I'm not trusting Nick here with his his dickhead attitude and trying to be a lawyer guy.
Yeah, Nick, keep your day job. Actually, don't. I mean, you'd be a hell of a lawyer. I'll hire you to fuck with people.
Fuck with people is what I do best.
Now,
yeah, I mean, come on, man.
I'm going to also guess Cody Rhodes. I don't see any value in Brock Lesnar winning. It's Brock Lesnar. I'm over that dude. So, we got a World Heavyweight Championship match. Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. I'm going to go Seth Rollins. Dion?
I'm gonna go Finn Balor. Actually, I think they're gonna finally give him another title after wasting so much goddamn time, especially with Rainbow Finn. So I'm gonna go with Finn.
Kendo?
I'm gonna say Finn Balor wins, and then Damian Priest immediately cashes in.
Could be interesting. Nick, are you gonna guess Reagan in a landslide?
Yeah, actually, that was one of my guess. Or Shane O'Mac. That was my other one.
Think his quad's healed yet, Dion?
I don't.
Right.
We got Ricochet versus Logan Paul. I don't even care about this one.
Oh my god.
Peter, Paul, and Mary are gonna win.
You say RuPaul's gonna win? That's a good choice.
Him too.
Yep. Don't fuck it up.
We also have the Intercontinental title match between Gunther and Drew McIntyre. That'll be a solid match.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess Gunther.
Yeah, I think Gunther's retaining.
Yes, because he's so close to breaking the Cracker Tonk Man's record, so they're going to keep it on him long enough to take Honky out of the books.
He's cool. He's cocky. He's bad.
Yeah, well, he's also fucking irrelevant in 2023, so there you go.
Fair. Nick, do you think the Gobbledygooker's going to win this match?
Yep, definitely. I love that. I love that wrestler. By the way, he's my favorite.
I mean, when he hatched from that giant egg, my life changed.
Exactly.
We have two more matches. We have Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler in an MMA rules match. Don't care. I'll go Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, I'm going Shayna. I think they're trying to use as much of Ronda as they can.
Yeah, probably. I like the MMA match better when it was called the Lion's Den match.
Oh, when Owen Hart fought Ken Shamrock?
Yeah.
Is that who you're going to guess wins this match, Nick? Ken Shamrock?
Yep, by a landslide.
Oh,
At
okay.
least he didn't pick Owen Hart.
I was hoping he would.
If he did, it would just get my hopes up. Be like, you know what? I knew he faked it. I knew it deep down, I couldn't let it go. There's no way.
Well, enough is enough, and it's time for a change.
Oh my god.
Yes.
And then finally, we have the SummerSlam Battle Royal, which is a way to get LA Knight on the card, and I'm guessing he wins.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
If he doesn't win, then all those people that are expecting a push for LA Knight can just give it up, because if they're still not going to give him just even that, then there's literally nothing to get behind. He has to win this. He has to have something, and this would be it.
Yep, I feel like this whole match is around for him to win and get some relevancy, because he's not ready for the title yet. But if he loses this, I'd be severely disappointed, because there's only so much you can do with these wrestlers before they have to win a match and keep people hooked. So, with that being said, guys, let's take it back in time. Dion, you and I have been wanting to talk about this for the whole show.
Yes.
Let's talk about some of our favorite SummerSlam matches. So, folks, we're going to give you our 3 favorite matches. We'll talk about one of them, maybe 2, depending on if we're feeling generous. And, Dion,
Yes.
I'd like you to go first, sir. What is your favorite SummerSlam match?
My favorite SummerSlam match. I think I gotta go with Kurt Angle, Stone Cold, 2001. That one, the drama. Even though I wasn't happy with the ending, but even being a Stone Cold fan, I was kind of happy with him winning. Kurt Angle, that whole build. Yeah, Kurt taking 3 stunners, the blood. Obviously it's during Invasion. I would be remiss if I didn't say that Angle Stone Cold was my favorite one.
Excellent match. I love that match. I'll give you another one from that pay-per-view. One of my favorite SummerSlam matches is Rob Van Dam versus Jeff Hardy in the ladder match.
Ooh,
I think that match is awesome.
Yep.
Because, right in the middle of the Invasion storyline that everybody hates, even though I don't hate it that much, right in the middle, you had a lot of ECW, WCW guys that would get booed out of the arena, but the one guy that they could never boo was Rob Van Dam. He was just too cool to shit on. And so, his match with Jeff Hardy at the Invasion pay-per-view was awesome. It was very intense, very violent, very awesome. But then you had their SummerSlam match, and I think it's even better. This one was for the Hardcore Championship, contested in a ladder match, and SummerSlam has a history of great ladder matches. But this one stands out for me because of some of the over-the-top moments that no other SummerSlam ladder matches had. I mean, RVD, not to, pun intended, but he's one of a kind. That dude was great. And Jeff Hardy, man, he took risks that nobody should have, and his career and his body has been suffering ever since. But with that being said, this match, if you're looking for an entertaining wrestling match, folks, you got to check out Rob Van Dam versus Jeff Hardy. It's intense, it's violent, it's got some great spots, it's got one missed spot that's still incredible that they tried to pull it off. And at the end of the day, I think the right guy won. So that's one of my all-time favorite SummerSlam matches. I think it's just the tits.
Great one.
Kendo, what about you? Would you like to tell us one of your favorite SummerSlam matches?
I would. SummerSlam 1991. Mr. Perfect versus Bret the Hitman Clark. It was one of the best technical wrestling matches you could ever watch. It had everything you needed from one, Mr. Perfect just being incredible. He is one of my not low-key. If I had to pick a top 10 list of favorite wrestlers of all time, he's on it easily. He does not make the top 5, but he's in the top 10 because Mr. Perfect was fantastic. Everything he did was great. And everybody knows that I'm a huge Bret Hart fan. I've always been a Bret Hart fan. And watching him finally win the Intercontinental title as a child, I was very happy. And even as an adult, I can go back and watch this pay-per-view specifically to catch that match. And I enjoy it very much. Honorable mention to the greatest wedding of all time at the end of the show.
Oh, yeah. God, I love Macho Man.
Mm-hmm.
He's the man.
So, Dion, what's another SummerSlam match that you're fond of?
Another one is from the same pay-per-view. So Rock and Booker T, man, for the WCW Championship. That is a great match for me. I think it doesn't get the shine that it deserves, despite it getting a lot of shine, because that was when The Rock came back. And especially as a obviously huge pro wrestling fan, two great athletes, and arguably, and I'll die on this hill, at that time, the best pure wrestler to come out of WCW, you can make the case that it was Booker T. And obviously, in terms of overall WCW to WWE career, Booker T probably has the best one. So, yeah, I mean, that's one of my other favorite ones. Is from the same pay-per-view, Rock versus Booker T for the WCW Championship.
Well, I'm glad I didn't read my list in order because that too is on my list. Rock versus Booker T.
I fucking knew it.
I enjoy the story of The Rock in 2001 where he's at WrestleMania as the champion, Vince screws him over, Stone Cold wins the belt, then Stone Cold screws Vince, and we have the Invasion angle. And so when The Rock comes back in late July 2001, I remember Vince McMahon saying to him, who are you going to trust, the devil you know or the devil you don't know? So after The Rock rock-bottomed Vince and shook Shane's hand, he rock-bottomed Shane, and he kept true to the WWF during the Alliance. And so, surprisingly, I mean, normally it was Stone Cold Steve Austin closed out all of these pay-per-views because he was Stone Cold Steve Austin. But surprisingly, The Rock versus Booker T was the actual main event of the pay-per-view. And while Stone Cold versus Kurt Angle was an awesome, violent match that was really fucking intense, Rock and Booker T just had some of these really great moments. It was very much like WWE storytelling by the book, but that's not a bad thing. I loved how they included Shane. I love how the APA came out. I loved how the Booker T goes to do the spinneroonie, and JR in commentary says, if the WWF is wiped out by the spinneroonie, we deserve to be wiped out. And then The Rock kips up, hits Booker T mid spinneroonie with a rock bottom, and wins the belt. It was awesome. That was an awesome way to close out that pay-per-view. I was on cloud nine. I was 12 years old, man. I was pumped.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we had that crossover match, but what's another match that you have on your list to close? Oh, sorry, Kendo, you're next, right? Yeah.
Yes. So we're going to fast forward one whole year to SummerSlam 1990 in Deuce. And the best match, one of the greatest matches of all time, is Nails and Virgin. Nah, I'm kidding. That fucking match was shit. British Bulldog defeating Bret Hart for the Intercontinental title. Wembley Stadium. It was a great match, especially if you look at the background of the match and find out the Bulldog was all fucked up on all sorts of things, and Bret Hart had to carry him through that whole match to make it look as good as it was. I remember renting this videotape as a child and watching it like 4 times over the course of a weekend because I enjoyed it that much. And even though Bret lost, I was still okay with it because I was a kid like the Bulldog too, because he was, Bret Hart a Jace. Honorable mention on this match to this card to the Undertaker in his super epic fucking hearse with the casket, entrance all the way through Wembley Stadium. And then he put Kamala in there, who was at the time managed by Kimchi and Downtown Bruno.
Ah, Downtown Bruno. We hardly knew ye. Dion.
Yes.
Your final match of SummerSlam.
I almost chose British Bulldog and Bret Hart. I mean, it's in terms of pound for pound best matches, it's arguably number one. Personally, the story of the fact that, Davey was completely fucked up the night before. And, the reason why I love pro wrestling is the seamless way that reality is brought into it, whether it be promos or matches. And there is the timeless moment where Davey Boy, who apparently got blown up very early in the match, and he was fucking up. And it's the famous moment where Bret fucking rubs his boot on Davey Boy's face to be like, hey, get your fucking shit together. You still showed up. We have a fucking job to do. And, whatever it was, it worked well enough, and arguably you have, which I don't think is very arguable, but you have the highest moment in British Bulldog's career, beating Bret Hart for the Intercontinental belt. That being said, the only reason why I didn't go with that is because my final pick was TLC 2, man. The fucking tag team belts are on the line. Dudley's, Hardy's, Edge and Christian. It's the follow-up to TLC WrestleMania. Very vocal fans. Some say that it's better than the WrestleMania TLC, which I don't know if I agree with that. But you had the resurgence of tag team wrestling continue with 3 of the greatest tag teams of all time. And again, for us as kids at that time, forever, especially old school fans, always went on about how the tag teams back in the day were better because this and the other. You guys don't have a Legion of Doom. You guys don't have the Freebirds. You got, fuck all that. We had TLC 2, kept that train going. It was fucking crazy. And, again, it was nonstop, total crazy bullshit. And it barely beats Bulldog Bret Hart for me for SummerSlam.
It's a great match, dude. I've been watching a lot of SummerSlam stuff. I haven't watched that one in a while, but I'm going to make sure I watch it before Saturday.
Super Brawl Saturday.
Kendo, even though I usually go next, what was your other match?
So we're going to go ahead and fast forward, Jeff, through time. 2 years to the greatest, best, most wonderful SummerSlam match of all time, at least according to me, or the one I like the most. And it was The Undertaker versus The Underfaker. No, it was not. It was Adam Bomb versus Quang. No. No. Dude, Bret versus Owen, WWF Championship match, steel cage, 30 minutes. It was the capstone, if you will, to their little feud they had going on during 1994. It encapsulates two of my favorite wrestlers of all time, two of my favorite wrestlers from my childhood, from WWF's golden era, or the new generation, if you will. And the only reason why the Dead Man never made a list for me for SummerSlam is because his SummerSlam matches, when I was really into wrestling and really enjoying it and really enjoying his character arc that he was doing as the Dead Man, the original Undertaker or the purple one, they all kind of sucked. The fact that the Undertaker versus the Undertaker on that card, proof positive. But no, just this whole match, it was the culmination of the feud that had been going on. I don't think it was the complete blow off at this point because that's going to come later. But back and forth. And it was a cage match the way you would think it's a cage match should be. If you get in a cage match, Jeff, how do you win the cage match?
Climb over the top.
Yeah, or you could go out the door, right?
Yeah.
That's what these guys tried to do for most of the time. They were literally trying to just get out. They were doing exactly what you think people should do in a cage match. Not fighting with each other, not trying to beat each other with kendo sticks. They were trying to escape the cage. So they worked it exactly how a cage match should be. And the final winning, cage move, they were both climbing out. Owen hooks his leg perfectly in the cage, falls backwards to where he's kind of hanging down, can't get down. He's stuck, and Brett is able to jump off the side for the victory and to retain his WWF championship. Go watch it.
Yep.
I have. It's a great match.
Great match. So dramatic at the end. One of the most dramatic cage match endings ever. The fucking leg gets caught. Ah!
Yep. You think Owen's going to win. He's finally going to get his moment. Brett hits him. His leg gets caught. He falls backwards. He's hung up. He can't move. Brett just nonchalantly says, all right, I got it. And he's down and ball game.
Now, my final match, even though I won't claim this is my favorite SummerSlam match, it's one I like to watch a lot, and it's The Rock versus Triple H at SummerSlam 98. Now, I'm a big Rock fan, so it's weird that I pick a match where The Rock loses, but I love this match, dude. It's Nation of Domination versus DX. Like, SummerSlam 98 is a very special pay-per-view. 98 is a great year in terms of WWF growth. They put on a great WrestleMania. They had a good Rumble. But I think SummerSlam 98 might be their best show of the year. And from top to bottom, I enjoy it, including shit like D'Lo Brown versus Val Venus. They fight over the damn chest protector. And the main event, Stone Cold versus Undertaker, where Stone Cold got knocked silly in the beginning of the match. And, well, we know the rest is history. But The Rock and Triple H's ladder match, that is 2 star-making performances. You had these guys that did not get along behind the scenes, but they wrestled the hell out of each other. And I absolutely loved it. To the point where I watched that match maybe 2 to 3 times a year. And even though I know the outcome, every time I watch it, I'm always enthralled, especially how violent that match is. They beat the shit out of each other. They slam each other on the ladder. Triple H busts The Rock's nose open. Triple H takes these nasty bumps on top of the ladder. There's that awesome people's elbow where he hits it right on top of the ladder as well. Like, this match is great. If you're not even a big pro wrestling fan, you're probably going to like this match because you'll recognize The Rock as the actor. And Triple H is the best bad guy ever. But this time he's the good guy. So it's a fun change of pace from his career, what we were normally used to seeing him as. And I mean, I don't know what else there's to say about it besides it's a great match. It really made The Rock a main event superstar, and it really set Triple H on his way to be a main event guy the following year. I love the match. It gets high marks for me.
People always forget that The Rock was the bad guy going into that one.
Yeah, and I mean, The Rock was a good bad guy.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Hollywood Rock's my favorite Rock for a reason, but yeah, because that was the match that they did the Croc in the Nation, right? That was the Go Home Raw, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if that's the Go Home Raw. I'll have to look it up, but that's the Banished match.
Yep.
Or sorry, the Banished pay-per-view or promo. Excuse me.
Promo, yeah.
Listen, dude, fucking
that shall not be spoken of.
That pissed me off so much when they got rid of that. I'm like, look, it's a great moment. Me and my friends always quote it just because they took it away from us.
And no one was watching that going, oh my God, this is so funny because they're being racist. They were saying they were being so fucking ridiculous right now, yet their impressions are also spot on.
Brother was bacon. Brother was bacon. The crock just came from the bathroom. You should have smelled what the Rock was cooking.
Below.
I do love when fucking X-Pac is like Mark Henry. Hey, Rock. I smell what you're cooking. I don't know what you're cooking. It smells like shit, but I'll still eat it.
Fucking of all the members to do Mark Henry, fucking X-Pac.
Remember
Look
Jason
at my
Sensation?
damn nose!
Yeah, he was Owen Hart.
Yep.
If anyone can smell what the Rock's cooking, it's me.
Yep.
God, you know, it's funny as people complain about that segment. We look back on it so fondly and laugh. It was a wonderful time to be a fan.
Well, plus it's like, you know, times change, and it should make you feel a little bit like, damn, like we laughed at that. You know, don't fucking get rid of it. You know, and don't get me wrong. I'm not saying everybody should go around blackface, but damn it, there are moments that you look back on, you're like, oh yeah, they were the good guys.
They were the faces in all this that dressed up in blackface and made fun of the nation. But like I said, we didn't look at it like, they're making fun of them for being black. No, they're making fun of them because they're the nation and we don't like them, and they just so happen to dress up to look like them.
Right.
You're right. I mean, I'm going to go watch that segment later tonight.
It can be found on the tubes.
Time capsule. It's a fucking time capsule.
So is there anything else you guys want to say about SummerSlam or wrestling in general before we check in with our audience?
No.
It's the biggest party of the summer.
If I get a chance this Saturday, I will sit down and watch the Summerfest. Well,
there you go. If you do, tell me, and I'll be texting you, Dion, throughout the entire show.
What is it? Saturday night is Summerfest?
Yeah, yes, it is.
What time does the Summerfest come on?
It would be 6 for you.
Fuck. We got practice. I'll tune into the Summerfest partway through the show.
Okay. At least you'll get to enjoy it.
Yes.
Somewhat.
Maybe.
I'm just sad for you, man. It's the biggest party of the summer. You should be able to at least have a beer and enjoy it.
I mean, I will after we get done with football practice. I mean, we got a game to get ready for. There's some school from Arizona coming over here to try to, ruffle our jimmies, and we're gonna fuck them up.
Lay the smackdown on their candy asses.
It's the plan.
We believe in you. Folks in the chat, type in 1 if you believe in Coach Kendo. We know we're going to get a tank tread of 1, so keep it rolling.
Yes, because I'm going to be the one playing the game. No, you believe in my team. My kids. I mean, not my kids. No.
Just Bebe's kids.
Yes, they are literally Bebe's kids.
They don't die, they multiply. Makes for a great team. When one goes down, 2 more pop up in their place. Hail Hydra.
If that's truly the way it worked, I think things would be a whole lot different and better for the football programs everywhere.
Well, I agree with that. So, Kendo.
Yeah.
Since you weren't here earlier, we have some new buttons.
All right.
I'll play you one as we transition to check in with our audience.
Sounds like a... All right, that right there is the greatest button we've ever had.
I agree. Remind me to play the Pee Wee Herman button before we go.
I was so sad about that. Pee-wee's
I
such a
know,
good
man.
dude.
Me too. What's your favorite Pee Wee moment?
Oh. Okay, so my favorite Pee Wee moment after he got caught, beating it in the movie theater like everybody else fucking does. So I've been told.
It's true. Don't worry about it.
He did a stand-up special where he came out dressed as Pee Wee Herman, and the first thing he said to the audience was, "Heard any good jokes lately?" Because obviously Pee Wee Herman jokes, joking about him beating into the movie theater, they were everywhere. I was like 7 or 8 at the time, and even I was hearing the jokes because it's elementary school, so you hear them. Your parents say them, and you go home or you go to school and you fucking repeat it, and that's how it happened. People, this is younger listeners. This is how you learned about shit back in the early 90s. You didn't text each other or see it on the TikTok. You fucking had to go and actually hear it on the playground. That's how we learned about shit.
Yeah. Can you also describe to them what the playground is? Because I don't think they know what that is either.
So the playground was this area outside your school when you used to have this thing called recess, Well, you guys have it now like 3 or 4 times a day because elementary is supposed to be fun. We only got it once for 20 minutes, and there was like slides that were made out of metal, and the sun would beat down on them all day, and you get 2nd-degree burns. But if the janitor waxed it really well, you fucking flew off there, and you might have gotten crippled. It was great. And then there was monkey bars and all sorts of other really cool shit. So, yeah, he came out, did a stand-up thing, and he came walking out. And first, people are cheering. The first thing he says, "Heard any good jokes lately?" I didn't see that as a kid, obviously, for obvious reasons, because I would never have seen a Paul Rubens or Pee Wee stand-up. But I saw that as an adult, and that would have supplanted anything I experienced from Pee Wee Herman as a kid. Other than that after he did get in trouble for wailing on himself in the movie theater, all of his toys went like cheap. And so I got the Pee Wee with the scooter and the little helmet thing for like $2 at Toys R Us.
My mom bought me a whole slew of those. I got an extra playhouse and everything at a place called Children's Palace.
Oh my
because, why
That
not?
sounds different today.
What'd you say?
That sounds different today. Children's Palace.
Yeah. I remember the Children's Palace. That was, again, another fabled, memory from long ago of these toy stores that have gone out of business.
Yeah, there used to be stores that sold nothing but toys.
Yeah.
It feels so different these days.
Toy Chest, KB Toys, Toys R Us, Children's Palace.
We had Johnny's Toys as well. Yeah,
What a
Toys
good
R Us
time.
was the best. R.I.P. Toys R Us. We miss you. Folks, if you're ever feeling nostalgic about Toys R Us, you can always go to our backlog. We have footage of Toys R Us as they're closing. So if you ever need a trip down memory lane, WCBS is the place to be. But speaking of places to be, time to listen to our audience. So our friend Sajorjan says, I had a joke about Lizzo's hashtag Bananagate, but it's unfortunately slipped from under me. Wait, where are my horses?
Damn.
That's a good one. Dion, I'm sorry. You're going to have to sit through something very uncomfortable.
Who are you? What are you doing here, and where are my horses?
Are you still okay, buddy?
Assholes.
Zombie Box Reviews, thank you very much for your super sticker. We greatly appreciate you, man. Enrique Vasquez is helping us out here on the channel. He says, testing 1, 2. I heard StreamYard fixed the member chat. Hopefully you can read it. Can I get a John Wick button, please? Yes, it is fixed, folks. So no more super messages from the membership program can be missed because StreamYard's finally fixed their integration. So thank you very much, Enrique, for that, as well as being a member. Guys, what's our John Wick button?
I don't know.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Because I don't think we have a John Wick button. We have a Mad Max button.
Yeah.
We have all kinds of other buttons, but I don't think we have a John Wick button.
I don't think we do either. I'm trying to think. Do we? We don't think we have a Keanu Reeves button in general. Well, we do with Bill and Ted. Yeah, that one. We've got that one. I think that is the Enrique, if you're still listening, which you should be, go ahead and type it in a comment there directed towards one of us and tell us which John Wick button you're talking about, because we're on the show and we have no idea what you're talking about.
Or you could just shoot me a text message, dude.
Or that.
That'll work too. But while we wait to hear about the John Wick button, we'll give you one of these.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
No.
Great follow on Twitter, folks. If you haven't followed Shooter McGavin on Twitter, please do.
Love that guy. He's the greatest golfer of all time.
True.
And finally, folks, if somebody ever gets in your face and you hit them back with something and they get upset, you follow up with this.
Cry me a river, dick face.
Yeah. We're world class for a reason.
Yeah.
Shrubbles08, thank you for the word of the day. Folks, the word was banana. So, Kendo, if you think of any banana titles, let us know.
There's a banana in my tailpipe.
Enrique is back with another super chat. Thank you, Enrique. He says, so Dion is the Duke Silver of the group? Yes, Dion is the Ron Swanson / Duke Silver of WCBS. I love Parks and Rec so much.
I'll take it.
Did your last album go platinum, Dion?
Damn right it did.
Aurora Uplinks, thank you, says King Banana, Revenge of the Bananas, or The Banana.
Okay.
Oh, in terms of banana titles. Clear and Present Banana. That's a new one. Aurora Uplinks also says, I can remember seeing Pee Wee Herman as a kid at Cousins, a good guy who had a rough run. If anything, we all lost out by not welcoming his films. R.I.P.
He did great work in the Cheech and Chong movies.
Yeah. And he's in the Blues Brothers. I actually liked most of his movies. The only thing I didn't really like was Big Top Pee Wee.
Yeah, nobody liked Big Top Pee Wee.
Yeah, I tried watching that when later on when I discovered there were more of them, and I was like, this is not good. Pee Wee's Big Adventure is like the peak.
That's it. Yeah, like Pee Wee's Big Adventure is like the movie. It's great, top to bottom. Everything about Pee Wee's Big Adventure is solid. But then they tried to capitalize on that by making a sequel where there didn't need to be, and that's how you got Big Top Pee Wee. And it did not do nearly as good, so they stopped making Pee Wee movies.
I still am waiting on the Pee Wee Herman. Well, I mean, now we can get it in heaven, but the Pee Wee Herman Ernest crossover
with Robin Williams. There you go.
Oh, who's Robin Williams going to play? Mrs. Doubtfire?
Dude,
sure. Why not? Why not?
Dude, just between Pee Wee and Ernest, the amount of Rube Goldberg devices in that
that's true. That's true.
Of the story is just going to be incredible.
I don't know. Hopefully, with the AI filmmaking, we can bring them back and make something fun. We'll
don't say that shit, because now that you've put that out into the ether, somebody's already working on trying to get a hold of both of their estates, and they're going to hologram both of them and put them in. I don't need that, Nick. I can watch what they've done and know that one day I may die and go to a plane of existence where I could see it again.
That's true. Speaking of which, we needed to go to Ernest Day next year.
Okay, good. I thought you were going to say something else after I mentioned about dying one day.
No, I already made the joke about my father being a pilot during 9/11, so I'm done.
Well, the Saudi Air Force was incredible back then, weren't they?
They were. God bless them.
The envy of the planet. Aurora Uplink says, Revenge of the Killer Bananas. Sling banana.
Sling.
I not just see a banana in a sling after it fell off of a fucking bushel over at Kroger.
Banana hammock. There you go.
Of course, his mind went there.
Well, you are what you eat. Shrivels White says, I'll take a John Cena sucks and a horses for Dion Green. Dion, don't you love that the audience has got horses for you?
What the hell did you do to him tonight, Dion?
Seriously.
Who are you? What are you doing?
I will give you this one.
God damn. And what did Dion do to them while I wasn't here?
Unspeakable
Show me
things.
on the doll.
All kinds of things.
All right, I'm just wondering because they seem to be fucking loaded for bear with a hard on for Dion and his sanity tonight.
Yeah, man, we're going so hard in the paint on him, brother.
Well, it's not like you can't handle it, Dion. You are world class after all.
This is true.
Now, by John Cena sucks, is it the classic John Cena button or is it the new John Cena button?
There's a new one.
Oh yeah, you weren't here for it. Yeah, Kendo. It's time to learn about the new John Cena button.
So what's today's secret word, Cocky?
Today's secret word is
John Cena!
God damn, I miss Pee Wee already.
I do too. Aurora Uplink says, it's a fine line between encouraging friends and bullying friends. It's unfortunate Lizzo was not a better friend to them. Did The Mandalorian reveal this? I don't think Lizzo's going to be around Mandalorian ever again, thankfully.
Now, okay, so here's the thing. I was not here for the Lizzo discussion, but I'm aware of what the topic involved. There is bullying people, and there's also, or like friends and shit like that. I would never, ever bully one of my friends to do what she had them do. I feel like also considering my friend group, I wouldn't have to, Some of them would be willing to do it without me bullying them, and there would just be the encouraging part of that conversation. Just the whole, there could be some pitfalls here, but if that's really what you want to do, you go right ahead, sir. But I mean, goddamn, if the accusations are true, sir, why would you do that to somebody?
Yeah.
Your guess is as good as mine.
God. No, but Aurora uplinks. I don't think we'll see the Lizzo around the Mandalorian ever again. Aurora uplinks also says, reality TV show where a person has to reality TV show where a person has to be a backup dancer for Lizzo after signing waivers. 10 backup dancers. Last one left wins $1 million.
Are they releasing from indemnity fucking waivers?
Shit.
So is it like Fear Factor mixed with dancing?
Yes, exactly.
Can we get Joe Rogan to host it?
Bring him back. Bring him back. Tell
Shit.
him to take a break from the fucking podcast.
It's entirely possible.
Yeah, tell him to take a break from the podcast for a week and be like, yeah, come on and do
Like,
this.
dude, I cannot begin to explain to you how much money you're going to make by hosting this. Just say yes, because it's probably in your best interest to do so.
Oh, man.
I want that show to be on next season. I will watch it every week. Aurora Uplink says, how about a Kill Bill sequel? Lizzo and the backup dancers. One of them loses weight and the others gang up to put him in a coma. Then revenge. The crazy 88 kilos? I'd be
The
down with
crazy
that.
88 kilos. Oh my god. Yeah, that would work, man. That would work. I'm down for that. Just call Tarantino. I'm sure he'd be fine with it.
Yeah, except for the end, you just get a bunch of fucking feet shots of Lizzo.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know if I could handle that.
Yeah.
I don't think her body can handle that.
Do you want to Google Lizzo feet? Because I don't.
Nope.
Not.
I'll pass. Grumpy old bastard, what is up? He says, enter the banana. Banana of fury. Way of the banana. You think Banana Lee would like that film? Well, you can't call Bruce Lee a banana. That's offensive.
Yeah.
What about Rush Banana Hour? There we go. It's supposed to be a Chinese restaurant, Dion. Up next, we have Aurora Uplinks. Thank you very much, Aurora. Again, says, actually a scary movie about all this could be fun. You think mainstream would make fun of Lizzo, or they're still going to stick by the whole, she's so strong and empowering, you can't make fun of her?
They're married to that narrative now. They have to stay with it.
Give it. Well, I mean, it's one of those things. Like, if the court case happens and shit, we discover even more like dark, horrible shit. Then by all means make the movie. But like, give it a bit. Just give it a bit.
I mean, at least release it around Halloween. Nobody wants to watch that shit in July.
Oh
Just like
yeah,
the
don't
Haunted Mansion cruise.
don't release something like that in like July, February. That's terrible. Don't do that.
Our friend Darian217 says, Boogie Nights with Dirk Banana. Joe Rogan Trooper. Banana Diggler. I like that name. I'm down with all that. And then this is the button you requested, Darian.
Did you see that guy accidentally hit that moose with his car?
No.
Holy shit. Jamie, pull that video up.
Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god.
What do you think's happened more on this channel? The stormtrooper falling down or that guy getting hit by the motorcycle or on the motorcycle?
Easily motorcycle.
Yeah, most likely the motorcycle.
I don't know why I'm laughing so sadistically. Let's move on. Metal Sandman 999, that's a great name, says, Star Wars, The Banana Awakens. Could I have a Jamaram, please? Of course you can have a Jamaram button. Do you think Rey knows her way around a banana? I meant the food, not a dick.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, is this a trick question?
Well, we know what Kenneth's thinking about.
C.
Oh, yes.
Jamaram!
Thanks for being on point, guys. Aurora Uplinks again. Thank you very much. He says, I want Dave Chappelle and Lizzo in an uncensored comedy movie. Get the Wayans brothers and Tyler Perry. Give them $1 billion and a 12-film deal.
No. Get the Wayans brothers in there. Don't get fucking Tyler Perry in there. That's a mistake. Come on.
Nope. That's how shit gets bad. real
Yeah.
bad, real fast.
No, Wayne Brothers is fine. They're talented. I like them.
Yes.
Chappelle and Lizzo, that would be fucking hilarious. Oh my god.
And not hilarious the way you're thinking. Oh, they're gonna riff off each other. No, Dave Chappelle's gonna make fun of her, and we're gonna laugh at that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I wish Eddie Murphy would come out of retirement again to be in that film. That could be great.
Seriously.
Sherman Klump could get a new wife.
Yeah, the last one slapped the shit out of him.
Oh my god. Oh.
Oh, what you want is Norbit too? Aurora Uplink says, I want to see the evil version of Jack Black's character from Mandalorian before the brainwash, when he was crazy Moff ruling the worlds with an iron mohawk.
Yeah,
I would watch that show. It's Jack Black. It's kind of hard not to want to watch stuff with Jack Black.
He's really likable and really good at what he does. So, yeah, that'd be awesome.
He was always one of those celebrities I wanted to run into in California.
I still want the Bill Burr fucking Mandalorian where they just go out and just start fucking shit up, series. I want that one.
I do too.
Listen, if Disney's smart, that's exactly what the fuck you do.
Yeah, bring him back and do like 2 or 3 solid episodes, and have him be like, well, you don't have the kid anymore, so let's really go bounty hunting and just go crazy throughout the galaxy and just get bounties all over the place.
Do an actual bounty hunting show.
Yeah.
Well, they tried a Boba Fett show, Dion, and he used to be the most feared bounty hunter in the galaxy, and we saw that.
Don't remind me. God damn, fuck that show. God damn it.
It could be worse. No, it couldn't. No, it couldn't. Aurora Uplinks, thank you again, says, I think she is full of something, and it's not information. More like milk. Also, did you see my comment on Rumble? Oh, sorry, that's from Adam Wofford. Sorry, Adam Wofford. I did see your comment. If you want, I can read it for you real quick on air. Ooh, cool. More people are buying Stealing Solo. Folks, go to stealingsolo.com right now to get yourself a book. I'm going to be shipping out new books tomorrow, so if you don't have a copy of the funniest Star Wars parody since Spaceballs, you're going to absolutely love it. Adam Wofford says... Oh, I did read this one about Kane and the Vampires. Thank you for joining us over on Rumble, Adam Wofford. Guys, if you want to join us on Rumble, it's easy. Just go to Rumble and find World Class Bullshitters. The link is in the description in tonight's video. So we are expanding the channel, we're expanding the brand, and next week we're going to get together and give you guys an exclusive Rumble stream. So, in the words of Michael Buffer, let's get ready to rumble. Yeah, I said it. I feel terrible.
We're going to get sued.
Oh, yeah, he does sue people if they say it. Let's get ready to grumble.
Let's get ready to rimble.
Yeah. We'll change a couple of the notes, too, and we'll use the song.
Speaking of Rumble,
we'll just pull the Vanilla Ice. Be like, theirs goes ding, 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 ding. Ours goes ding, 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 ding.
It worked for him.
Yeah, he got away with it.
Oh, God. Speaking of Rumble, Ready to Rumble is on 4K UHD.
Oh, fuck, dude. I'm buying it. I don't need to buy anything else right now, but I'm buying it.
For our wrestling content, should we watch Ready to Rumble?
We should, for World Class Kayfabe. Oh, by the way, to the listener who just bought Stealing Solo on air, thank you. I won't say your name because I don't want to dox anybody, but there's been quite a few of you tonight, so thank you, folks.
Brian Lape, and his address is 1463
Mockingbird Lane.
Mockingbird Lane, Smoky Pole, Tennessee.
That's the craziest city in that state.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
No taxes.
He lives in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's terrible.
Folks, if you live in Smoky Pole, Tennessee, press 1 in the chat right now. Hold on, let me write that down because that's going to be our new fictional city on the channel. So when we have shit, yeah, Smoky Pole, Tennessee.
Oh, Smoky Pole, you'll always be.
We'll put out a T-shirt for, dude. How about this? We'll actually get this T-shirt out. One of those tourism T-shirts for Smoky Pole, Tennessee.
Dear God, if you need ideas, I'll send you a bunch of fucking shirts that we sell in my store. I'll send you all those fucking designs. You can kind of go from there.
Dude, do it.
They're all the same. They're all fucking generic as hell.
I want us to have at least a shirt a month here on the channel. That way we can really gauge our super fans. It's like, hey, I wear a shirt of yours every day of the week. Well, you've been a long-time listener. Adam Shawhan would probably rock one every single day if he could. Forever.
And then he'll try to go to Smoky Pole, Tennessee.
Folks, World Class Bullshitters is not responsible for the disappointment you suffer from realizing that Smoky Pole, Tennessee is not a place but a state of mind. Thank you. This is the end of our disclaimer. Aurora, got another stealing solo. Thank you very much to this person, because I don't want to read names on air, but we appreciate you as well. Folks, check our social media out, because I've been shipping those out, and they're arriving, and they look beautiful when they get there. Send them out in nice, high-quality mailers to make sure you get the best quality from WCBS. Aurora Uplinks becomes a new YouTube member. Aurora Uplinks, thank you for everything. Thank you for all the super chats, all the years of support, and now being a member. Hopefully you enjoy all the new content that you have access to. Mary Mayhem, good friend of the channel, says, Jeff is awesome. All the bullshitters are. You should give them your money. That is all. Well, Mary, thank you very much.
Thank you. I agree with that dude.
Yeah. How's she doing?
She's great. We had a stream a few weeks ago. I was on an episode of Shenanigans. So, folks,
good.
Check out Mary Mayhem's channel for that. And maybe we should have her over and do a Buffalo Jeff stream. How's that sound, guys?
She is an entertaining individual. Just can't debate worth shit.
Oh, Mary Mayhem, coming for you. Sorry, Dion. I know your butthole clenched up a little bit. Zombie Box Review says, hail WCBS and chat. Yes, hail to the chat, folks. Thank you for joining us tonight. Hit that thumbs up button. Enrique's got a question for you, Kendo. Kendo, was Truman a good president?
Okay. So, yes and sort of no. Like, he desegregated the military, so that's a big win. That's a plus, so that was a good thing. He made the difficult decision to nuke Japan, not once, but twice. And that was important, because as much as people want to be like, oh, we dropped a bomb, that blah, 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 blah. Fun fact, the United States made up like a shitload of Purple Hearts for the invasion of Japan, whether or not this fact is true or not. And they're still giving those out to the soldiers since the World War II ended. I hope that's a real thing, because that would explain and give people the idea of what the casualty rate would look like if we had to invade mainland Japan. Millions of people would die. We would lose tons of people. Japan probably wouldn't even exist today because of what we'd had to do to it to get it to submit to our will and give up. So, yes, atomic bombs on cities are not cool. That's not nice. But what was saved by doing so in the hypothetical sense was millions of people and Japan going forward, retrospect. So yes, that was an important decision to make. So as a wartime president making the difficult decisions to do this, to end the bloodshed, give them high marks. Desegregating the military, high marks. Navigating the economy out of World War II to give us some substantial growth over a couple of decades, high marks. The domino theory stuff and containment that ended up leading to some of our foreign policy, which was Wilson's fault, by the way. That
bastard
got us to get involved in the Korean conflict and then eventually get us into Vietnam. I'm not a fan of, but I can't really blame him for it because it was the policy at the time, because those wheels were already set in motion. So there's that. And he's from Missouri, so he automatically gets way higher marks than any other president. So yeah, Truman was a good president.
Also, Enrique requested a number 32. Here is your number 32 button. Right here.
But how the world turns. One day cock of the walk, next to feather dust. Play something Tun-Tun, something tragic.
R.I.P. that lady.
Yeah, Tina Turner, we hardly knew ye. Xavier to God, thank you very much. He says, fuck, marry, kill. Assassin's Creed, Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed 3, and Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. But you have to choose to kill 2 off.
I've never played those games.
I have.
Give me 3 and give me 1 and 3. 1 and 3. Kill. And then fuck Black Flag and marry 2.
I'm the same.
Marry 2, because that's the best one of the bunch. Kill the first one, because while it was fun, it got really repetitive really quick. Oh, fuck. The Pyro one's a lot of fun, but so is the fucking Revolutionary War one. But because I'm not a racist, I'm going to say kill the 4th one and fuck the 3rd one.
I'm glad that's your reasoning, Kendo.
Honestly, to tell you the truth, I just like the story of the 3rd one better than the story of the 4th one. That's really what it all goes down to. Though the backdrop of the American Revolution shit is great, and that's a lot of fun. I mean, piracy is all fun and games, but at the end of the day, they're a bunch of pirates, and they should be gibbeted.
Yar, Peter. TLJ Screwjob, thank you very much for your very generous super chat. He says, finally, all 4 bullshitters are back on the podcast. And now Dion can suffer for kayfabe for liking Dark Fate and Shoot liking Indy 5. But he also has a fuck, marry, kill for us, guys. Fuck, marry, kill date. Mr. Green, this is for you, Dion. Commando, T2, Predator, and Conan the Barbarian.
You said date?
Yeah, so it's going to be a 4. 4-way dance.
To kill 2?
Well, you don't have to kill 2. You just have to date 1, so you don't get to bang
You
it.
date 1, you fuck 1, you marry 1, you kill 1.
Oh, gotcha. Shit. You said Conan, T2, Predator,
and Commando.
Ooh, I'm marrying Commando. That motherfucker will come and get me every fucking time. That dude, I can't tell how many times I've watched that goddamn movie. I'm marrying John Matrix. Shit. I'm killing. Oh, fuck you. I'm marrying Commando. Definitely dating Predator for sure. Definitely dating Predator and marrying Commando. Fucking Predator and killing Conan. God damn it. Or fucking T2 and killing Conan.
You know what? That's what I'd pick too. Sorry, Conan the Barbarian. TLJ Screwjob says, liking Dark Fate makes people think you eat corn the long way like Goldberg, but Shoot liking Indy 5 makes us think you drink Anaconda malt liquor.
Oh. Damn.
God damn.
What did you do to him, Dion? I was only gone for 2 hours.
I don't eat corn the long way. I eat peanut butter jelly the long way. The long way, peanut butter jelly the long way. The long way. The rest of that shit, you miss me with that shit, dog.
You don't smoke Lucky Strikes?
Hey, yo, come see me in motherfucking whorehound, motherfucker. Say it to my face. Out, mother.
Well said, Dion. It's like the Anaconda malt liquor gives you an aneurysm or something. Hey.
Gunsmoke!
All right, guys. This is a fun one from Xavier to God. It's a fuck, marry, kill, but it's going to have to be date as well. No, it's fuck, marry, kill each of our most hated movies. So let's start by answering our most hated film. Mine is It's Pat. I hate that movie.
I'm trying to think. What movie do I hate? Because if I don't like a movie, I just don't turn it on or I just don't watch it. Oh, fuck. I got to pick a movie I hate.
Tales from the Hood 2, right?
That one just made me uncomfortable to be around my friends.
That was hilarious.
It is so fun. Like the first time, like we finally hang out with Kendo, and he has to watch Tales from the Hood too.
We were so excited for that movie too. We all loved the first one.
Man.
And the second one, we're like, yes, we're gonna hang out on Jeff's birthday weekend, and we're gonna fucking watch Tales from the Hood too. And it's just sucker punch right in the jaw, and it's like,
yeah. Oh,
man.
fuck
They
you,
couldn't even get the fucking vampires correct. Like it was bad.
I'm never gonna forgive that dude for that.
Dumas Beach.
That's a movie that makes him. He is the black Uwe Boll for sure. Fuck that.
Uwe Boll.
Uwe Boll, as I always call him. I hope that. Listen, I hate Rusty Cundiff so much. He's in the same league as a dude in Uwe Boll, who I would 100%. If he challenged me to a boxing match today, I would accept it just to beat him up. Like that's how much I dislike Rusty Cundiff.
what movie do I hate?
I'm gonna say Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Okay, yeah, there we go. I'll take
You do
Halloween
hate that
2 then,
movie.
because I fucking hate that movie.
Okay.
Too, so there you go.
You do hate
Okay.
that movie.
You'll go that
Opioid.
then. Okay, you'll go that then. I'll go. I think it's 2019's Black Christmas.
Oh
yeah, that's
you
your
hate it.
hated movie.
Jesus
Yeah, you
fucking
do.
Christ.
That movie made you so mad.
It's how me and Etep bonded. I sent him the file and I was like, don't buy it. Here it is.
Wait,
And-
no. I'd like to amend mine. NBA Jam 2. Or not NBA Jam. Fuck.
Space Jam 2?
Yeah, that one.
NBA Jam 2.
That
So
movie
it's-
was crazy bad.
So
bro.
it's Space Jam 2, It's Pat, Black Christmas 2019, and what was yours, Dion?
Oh shit. My most hated one. I think I gotta go with Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. I fucking hate that movie. Like I'm glad that I married the woman that made me go see it, because I was like, if you were anyone else, I'd break up with you right now.
Good man.
I
Oh
made
my
her
God.
go and watch The Dark Knight with me. How much I hate that movie.
All right, so I guess we're gonna have to fuck, marry, kill. So I'm going to kill Halloween 2. We got rid of that one.
Yeah.
What was your replacement?
Space Jam 2.
Rob Zombie's Halloween. Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Okay, so I will. Fuck, this is hard. Will
Look.
somebody else go first?
Okay,
all
I'm
right.
gonna
No,
fuck. I'm going to fuck. Shit.
See,
I know. See, damn it, fuck you for being right. Okay, I'm gonna fuck Rob Zombie's Halloween. Because as much as that whole movie's not, it's the most.
Dion, that movie's not on the list anymore.
What was the replacement? It was Space Jam 2 and
Yeah, Space
Space
Jam
Jam 2 and what?
Space Jam 2, and then Black Christmas.
Yeah.
Shit.
And It's Pat.
Shit. Listen, okay, cool. I'm gonna fuck Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants because that's, of all those movies in terms of attractiveness, at least the look of, at least how that movie looked, it didn't piss me off. That wasn't what pissed me off. So, fucking Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. I will. Fuck you. God, I can't believe I'm gonna say this shit. I will marry It's Pat because at least it's a movie, and then I'm gonna kill Space Jam 2 because that's just an incoherent mess.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an incoherent mess. And then I guess date.
There's no date.
There's 4 of us though.
But it's for 3. You don't pick your own movie.
Yeah, you don't get to play with your own movie, yo.
Well, I'm cheating and I'm fucking. I'm cheating because fuck that. That's a terrible.
Yeah,
question.
great. A man that plays by his own rules.
It confused me, and when I get confused, I get mad.
I know. It's hilarious.
That reminds me of 40-year-old version with Kevin Hart, where the guy's trying to he's like that you're coming at me with disrespect. You're saying a lot of big words, and I'm getting mad. I'm just like that's Dion right there.
Yeah, you're using a lot of big words. I don't know what they mean, so I'm gonna take it as disrespect.
Yeah.
In that case, you need to watch your motherfucking mouth.
Awesome.
Good luck, guys.
All right. I'm gonna marry It's Pat because
Ugh.
at least it's an SNL character that I remember as a kid that I can maybe try to get
Just
some.
because you know who it is.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna fuck Black Christmas because at least it'll end at some point and I won't have to ever see it again. And I'm gonna kill the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants because that screams a movie that I would just want to die while I'm watching. And every hour and a half to 2 hours of that movie is gonna feel like somebody's stabbing me in the head. So I've never watched either any of those 3 movies, but just based on what you guys say about them, that is my summation of how I would go into that situation.
You want to see the epitome of a woke movie? Watch fucking Black Christmas 2019.
No, I didn't have to.
Bro.
You watched it. You sent us all a copy, and then you told us what it was. And then I saw somebody that reviewed it on the interwebs, and I'm just like, I'm good.
The trailer looked terrible.
Dude, I still have the entire disc like saved on my computer, and I was like, Should I like review the commentary, because listening to that was like listening to a woman talk about her astrological signs and what crystals she uses to get like her fucking chakra correct. That's what it sounded like. That's what the commentary sounded like.
Two in the pink.
Yeah.
Had that been the case, it would have been a lot better, but it wasn't. So
Yeah, I'd be like, why are you complaining about that movie?
Yeah, Nick. Are you sure you saw the right movie? You didn't see Black Christmas, did you?
that would have been a better fucking
Starring
idea.
Riley Reid and
I
Mia
would
Khalifa.
have rather seen that, man. I would rather seen that.
Yeah.
Black.
Was there a guy on there that happened to look a little like Lexington Steele or maybe Mr. Mandingo?
No.
You sure about that one there?
No.
At least you're honest.
Oh god.
So I will. Oh, this is hard. I will kill Space Jam 2 because that movie fucking blew.
It's terrible.
I will fuck Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, and I guess I'll marry Black Christmas.
Oh god. Shit. Man. I guess I'll marry Sisterhood. I'll fuck Pat, and then I'll kill Space Jam 2.
Isn't Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants featuring, or doesn't that star America Ferrera?
Yep.
I think so.
Yep, it's America Ferrera and Alexis Bledel from Gilmore Girls, and then I can't remember the other two.
I don't like any of these actors.
There's a chick from Gossip Girl, I think, is in Sisterhood of Traveling Pants.
Is it Blake Lively?
Yeah.
Sure.
Blake Lively.
Mrs. Ryan Reynolds?
Just right.
Yep.
Hell, that was a hard one, Xavier to God, but that was a fun one. Thank you, folks. Georgian says, on Dion's point, the Japanese aren't humorous. I point to Japanese game shows / variety shows like Dero, Gaki no Tatsu, etc. I'll point to one funny example. Search Jinko Machine Hit in the Balls.
Oh, dude, I told you guys about that one.
Yeah,
I didn't say
you
not
have.
humorous. I said
We
not
watched that
humorous.
on the
I
show.
was just saying they got some, they're stressed as a culture, man. I'm not saying not humorous.
Well, they've been nuked twice, Dion. What do you expect?
Well, right. That has an effect,
They're the only country on the planet that's been hit with the ultimate two-piece.
No biscuit?
Damn.
Yeah, there was no biscuit to be had anywhere, Jeff. Not after those two haymakers landed.
Wasn't Lil Biscuit the name of a horse or something on the channel?
Seabiscuit is the horse.
Well, yeah, yes. Seabiscuit was the real horse. Dion's horse was named Lil Biscuit.
That's what I thought. Yeah, Dion, trying to make us forget about Lil Biscuit. You left your pet to die. You're worse than Fry with his dog, dude.
God.
I do love Japanese game shows. I also love when
That
SNL makes fun of
Tamagotchi
Japanese game
played with
shows.
it for a day and threw it away.
That's just kind of sad.
Yeah.
But Georgian, thank you very much for all your support. We appreciate you. Xavier to God says, so I don't know if this was confirmed or rumored that Carl Urban will be Johnny Cage in the next Mortal Kombat movie instead of The Miz.
They literally just cast Johnny Cage today. They just announced it today.
How do you feel about it?
Well, it's not Carl Urban, so I'm kind of pissed about it.
Oh, you're saying if somebody else was cast in the role. Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't Carl Urban, so I'm kind of pissed about it.
Well, they need him for the boys, so that's why. Whenever they decide to pick that up.
You ain't lying.
I can't wait for the new season.
Yeah, that show's nuts, man. I love it.
So, up next, we have one from our friend Xavier to God again, who says, fuck, marry, kill, the best Call of Duties. Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, or Black Ops 2?
Modern Warfare 3 and the other two can go fuck themselves.
Listen,
yeah, that's true, man. Modern Warfare 3
was good, but 2 was better than 3. But yeah, I mean...
2 was 100% better than 3. But the first Black Ops was okay, and the second Black Ops just fuck it all down hard.
I will,
hang on. Carl Urban is listed here as Johnny Cage for the new Mortal Kombat movie.
That's weird.
I could see that. Is he going to say cunt a lot in the movie?
I mean,
I hope so.
That would be more of a Kano thing.
Yeah, he would be a better Kano than Johnny Cage, but Kano was
True.
awesome in that movie.
Yep.
Did he die?
Yeah, that dude
yes.
killed him, or he OD'd, I think. The original.
No, I meant the new Kano. Did he die in the film?
He met the character in the movie.
Oh, I thought he meant the dude that played him. Yeah,
I did know that, sadly.
No, so here's the cast of characters listed for the filming that began in June of 2023 in Australia.
Right.
Cole Young, Sonya Blade, Jax, Raiden, Liu Kang, Shang Tsung, Bihan / Noob Sabat, Hanzo Hashi or Scorpion, Johnny the Cage, Jade, Katana, and Melina is played by the same person. Shao Kahn, King Jared, okay, Queen Sindel, Quan Chi, Kung Lao, who didn't he die in the other movie? And Baraka.
I can't believe they're doing a part 2 to that one because that movie sucked, man.
Yeah, that
fucking
movie was
terrible.
not that good.
I thought
but
it
guess
made
made enough money.
Oh, okay. It made no money because I was like, I thought it didn't make enough, but I guess I was wrong.
Well, let's take a look real quick while Jeff talks about what he was about to talk about before I cut him off.
All I was going to say is the 95 Mortal Kombat is superior to the 2021 Mortal Kombat.
Duh. According to this...
I just remember the dude that played Jax was mad that they didn't have a Japanese person playing Raiden, but then it's like, Raiden's a Chinese character though, bro.
Yeah.
That shit makes me laugh. I think about that to this day. That dude was so stupid. I started following him on Instagram. I was like, what other dumb shit does he post?
Well, remember there was an article from some female who wrote that there was supposed to be a Street Fighter character in the Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh, yeah.
Chun-Li?
Chun-Li
Yeah.
wasn't in the Mortal
She was
Kombat movie.
mad that Chun-Li wasn't Asian when she ain't even in the motherfucking movie.
Yeah.
I love outrage for no apparent reason.
Yeah,
That makes the
fighting
world
them in
go
the
round.
trees. They're in the fucking trees, man. They're in the trees.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Charlie is in the trees.
I mean, he was. I mean, that was,
That's why you got to
Vietnam
call
was
in some
hot.
fucking Snake and Nate.
Listen, what's his name? Makai Brooks. He probably thought that Raiden was Vietnamese.
You think Mekhi Phifer thinks Raiden's Vietnamese?
I don't
Listen,
think
Mekhi
Mekhi
Phifer
Phifer even
can't
knows who
spell
Mekhi
Raiden.
Phifer is these days.
Did you find out the Mortal Kombat information?
Yes, it grossed $90 million on a budget of $50.
Oh, okay.
And since it was during the Pandy time, there wasn't a whole lot of marketing that had to happen, and so the box office was a bit down.
That's weird.
It's disappointing. We're going to be stuck with a sequel to that piece of shit.
Yeah.
Maybe they're banking on it being bigger and better and bolder and longer and
Uncut.
uncut this time. Yeah.
That's what she said?
An uncut Mortal Kombat's just what we need.
I just love that we all just left Nick hanging right there.
That was a solid joke. Solid. Nothing.
He came flying and he's like,
Nothing.
I got a great one. And we're just like, nah, no self.
God damn, man. It was a good one, too.
It's late. We have an
man.
excuse.
It's fine. Okay. Whatever. Fuck
Overkill 161 asks, "Put me in, coach." Kendo?
Do you have any high school eligibility left?
That should be a movie we make. Our first movie is like Kendo's teaching some team. It's like, yeah, I actually never graduated from high school. And so like a 50-year-old man goes, Joel stars in the football movie.
Joel. God.
I mean, if you never graduated from high school, technically, no, because a lot of them have rules now that even if you don't graduate, if you're over the age of like 20, 21, you can't play on the high school games.
Yeah.
That's specifically created for a reason. I'm not going to get into what that reason is, but let's just say there's a lot of people running around that couldn't go to college and play a college football game because they didn't graduate high school, and it's to keep them from being recruited to go play for high school teams.
Fair enough.
Well, here we go. We have a fun one from Xavier to God. Thank you for being a member of the channel. I'm so glad this got worked out here. He says, Kendo, fuck, marry, kill. Back to the Future, Beverly Hills Cop, and Spider-Man 2.
Oh, that's easy. Kill Spider-Man 2. Fuck Back to the Future and marry Beverly Hills Cop.
And then we have another one for all of us, guys. Fuck, marry, kill. New Hope, Back to the Future, and Beverly Hills Cop. This one's just mean,
damn
Xavier
it.
to God. You picked my three favorite movies.
Damn it.
Okay. Marry Beverly Hills Cop. Fuck Back to the Future. Kill A New Hope.
Oh.
Marry Back to the Future, fuck A New Hope, and kill Beverly Hills Cop.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm sorry.
No, I cannot. I'm serious.
Fuck Beverly Hills Cop because of Jenny Summers. Marry A New Hope and kill Back to the Future.
Oh, man, this is so hard. Well, I'm going to marry Beverly Hills Cop. Fuck Back to the Future and kill Star Wars.
Damn.
There, I said it. Adama, thank you very much for your generous super chat. Very generous super chat. He says, did you guys see that LA Knight outsold Roman Reigns in merchandise this week? Also, I agree with Nick that The Rock should be the one to defeat Roman Reigns. If not, who do you guys think it should be? It's me, Austin! I will press you the button after we answer your questions. First off, Adama, I did see that LA Knight has been tearing up in the sales charts to the point where I'm getting ready to get myself an LA Knight t-shirt. Yeah! Because I do like that guy. He's awesome. But I'm a fan. I hope the WWE does something with him because you can only do so much before you kind of burn out the audience. Now, I would like to see The Rock beat Roman Reigns at next year's WrestleMania because, Dion will be there.
Yep.
By the way, tickets go on sale on the 18th of this month, so just a heads up.
Damn.
I know, right? It used to be better when it was November, but now it's like, yeah, we're just going to take all your money just in case the world collapses.
August, go fuck yourself.
And when you're done fucking yourself, Dion.
Go fuck yourself.
Who do you think should be the one to beat Roman Reigns if it's not The Rock?
I'm gonna go with hopeful, and I'm gonna go with what they have now. Ideally, it should be Bray Wyatt, but with what they have now, fuck. I think that I think they're gonna have Seth Rollins do it.
I don't think Bray Wyatt is ever going to come back and wrestle in the WWE.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, but if they were smart, you got to salvage anything. That's the thing you salvage.
I'm going to guess Cody Rhodes, but I really think it could be The Rock. Like, if it's not going to be him, because they're trying to save it for a big WrestleMania marquee. Because people are like, why would they have him come back? He's not going to defend the belt. It doesn't matter. He's just going to win the belt and probably retire with it. But that'll be a big box office. That's all they want is a huge marquee match. Roman Reigns versus The Rock. And we're going to
have The Rock lose it on Raw the next night if you want.
Yeah.
The smart decision is to have him lose to Cody or somebody that is going to be the next, torchbearer for the company. The stupid decision, the short-sighted, dumb as fuck decision is to have The Rock come back for one big giant box office payday to win the belt and defeat Roman Reigns. That's why that's probably the option that's going to happen. Because Vince is once again at the wheel, still at the wheel, and he only cares about the numbers. He does not give a fuck, does not understand anything about booking anymore because clearly he's too busy, paying off whores and, getting arrested for it.
Well said. And now we have a button for our friend Adama. Where is it at?
Who's that Pokemon?
It's me, Austin! Oh, son of a bitch!
Fuck yes.
I will laugh at that every time we say Pokemon. It's me, Austin.
Oh, son of a bitch.
That Pokemon wins Pokemon League every time.
So Georgian has it in for you, Dion.
You found my secret button. Lucky you. Lucky me.
Too late for this shit.
Jack White, Dion, here are some palate cleansers for you. One Piece, Black Clover, My Hero Academia, Classroom of the Elite World Trigger, and Yu Yu Hakusho. Jack White, thank you very much for those recommendations. Dion, you're subjected to a lot of anime these days. Maybe you'll have some stuff to watch that you'll actually enjoy.
There you go. I can take it, baby.
I've heard about Black Clover, if that's the show I'm thinking of, about the magician and the one who's like got anti-magic or whatever just for him. It sounded pretty cool. I actually added it to my Hulu, so if I watch it before you, I'll let you know what I think. Scotty Joe, thank you very much, Scotty Joe. He says, Plantains gone bananas, too hot for TV. Also, Rubens is a hard loss, but the Ernest reunion tour will be worth the wait.
Yeah, there's a park in Tennessee that does an Ernest Day every year. So hopefully one time me and Kendo can make it out there, or anybody else wants to go. So
Kendo, you should tell the way you can always get your kids or a kid or any kids to be good. It's like, listen, kids, if you're good, you'll go to heaven and meet Ernest. There you go. There's your fucking.
I mean, if that's like a guarantee, then I'm going to be donating money and going to church and doing all the really right things because he died in the year 2000, so I was only 17. So my chances of ever getting to meet him were like non-existent. So if that's what it takes, God damn it, Jeff, I will. I mean, I won't get that super religious because that shit, but, I'll try my best.
You'll get super religious for like 3 days.
I'll do what all the fucking horrible people do that are like, of the Catholicism rank. I'll do horrible shit, and as before I die, I'll do the loyal thing and get my last rites and be okay.
There you go. That works.
Yeah, ask for forgiveness in the end.
Yeah.
Jack White, thank you very much. He says, Jeff, I just sent you an email with a link to a naughty manga series. Thank you, Jack. Folks, if you want to email us stuff, send it to worldclassbs@mail.com, the best mail.com. Dion, I'll send you the link as well, buddy. Cool, man. Thank you. I mean, look, you never leave a bullshitter hanging. .com. So Georgian says, I really don't want to see the next season of The Mandalorian where Grogu is carried around by Lizzo's character up there. Ugh. I just had a visual
prison
of that.
wallet.
Oh my god.
And then so Georgian asks for the Axe Left Predator, please. You got it.
We just need Arnold saying, "What the hell are you?" That's all we need. That's all we need.
We have here one ugly motherfucker, but yeah, we need "What the hell are you?" Predator is such a great movie.
It is.
Great movie.
Aurora Uplinks says, so I had this crazy idea I sent to Disney. I suggested they do a special 8 to 12 run film series that would form an entire season in theaters of Mandalorian. I would give The Mandalorian one last chance to do something good, but I gotta say, after all the crap we've lived through, it's gonna be a hard sell to get me back to trust that show.
Yeah, I can't. After the second season, and it was just like, yeah, real bad. I couldn't. And plus, I haven't watched anything from Disney in a long time, so that's fine.
Oh, here's a fun one. Fuck, marry, kill other bullshitters' #1 horror movies. So my answer is Halloween.
I think I know Dion's, but I'll let him answer. Mine is Night of the Creeps.
What's the question again?
What's your favorite horror movie? We're fuck, marry, killing it.
The Thing.
I can't take The Thing because he's already got that. So I will say, Creep Show.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh man,
that's a good one.
All right, so I will marry Creep Show, fuck The Thing, and kill Nick. What was yours again? Night of the Creeps.
Night of the Creeps. Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's a great movie, but I have to.
No, it
kill
is. It's fine. Let's see. I'm going to marry The Thing. Kendall, what was yours again?
Creep Show.
Creep Show. Thank you. Okay. Marry The Thing, fuck Creep Show, and then probably kill Halloween. Unfortunately, I really do love Creep Show.
You're making a mistake, man. John Carpenter's never gonna forgive you.
He will. It'll be fine.
And fuck you up.
Wait, he married The Thing though.
Yeah, but he's.
It's like marrying Mystique, right?
Oh, dude, you get a if Mystique bit your dick off.
Listen.
Good point.
Give me blue Mystique all day. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you turning to nobody else, baby. Stay blue for daddy.
Folks, welcome to World Class Bullshitters After Dark, where at midnight we get fucking weird.
Shit.
I just remember we're doing 2-a-days. I got to get out of here.
Just a few more and we'll close our show out. Shrubbles08 says, I'll take a Pokemon John Cena sucks button, please. Of course. Now remember, folks, this one's a little loud, so all you got to do is be prepared because, you know, John Cena sucks and all. And where is that good old-fashioned John Cena button? It's
you
right.
just had your finger on it. You just had your finger on it.
You know, you say that and you jinx me. Because that's Tobey Maguire. That's... Oh.
Who's that Pokemon? It's
dead.
You did jinx it. Shit, where... Oh, here it is.
Who's that Pokemon? It's
John Cena!
Sorry. Our friend Monster01, thank you for being a member of the channel for 5 months. Thank you. He says, speaking of the boys, any thoughts on the spin-off show Project V? I'm going to give it a shot because I love them boys.
Sure. Yeah. I haven't watched the cartoon ones. They were really good too. So,
did you ever watch the other cartoon? Not Infamous, Invincible.
No, I haven't watched Invincible.
Yeah,
you should check it out. It's bloody as shit.
Season 2's coming out in November, October.
Dude, Omni-Man's the shit.
Yeah, dude.
Might need to check that out too.
Voiced by J.K. Simmons.
Nice.
But yeah, Monsters Zero, I definitely plan on checking out that show. I'm a huge fan of everything from the boys so far, including the comic books. Even though Harrygasm's a little weird. Oh, this is an easy one, guys. From Xavier to God. Fuck, Marry, Kill. Trish Stratus, Lita, Mickey James.
Jeff can answer it probably for all.
Yeah, I was about to say, Jeffrey can answer it really well.
So we're all marrying Trish Stratus, fucking Mickey James, and killing Lita?
I am.
Yeah, sure, let's go that route. That's fine.
Yeah, Lita's been around too much to
I got
marry
Mystique,
her.
so I ain't got to worry about it.
You got everybody if you got Mystique. Jack White says, to be more exact with Black Clover, it's about a boy named Asta who doesn't have any magic powers but wants to become the Wizard King, and he gets his anti-magic powers from a demon.
Ooh.
That show, yeah, that's why it's in my Hulu queue right now, because that show sounded legit. But yeah, Jack, I'm going to watch that one. I'll let you guys know. I'm working on a new series called Jeff Learns. So it's going to be Jeff Learns Warhammer, Jeff Learns D&D, Jeff Learns all this stuff. But one of them will be Jeff Learns Anime. So we'll get a cool... We'll get a
Jeff
YouTuber
learns
on
quantum physics and then fucks up the universe.
Oh, yeah, we should do Jeff Learns Quantum Physics. With Christopher Lloyd teaching me.
That's a dream. That's a dream. There you go.
Hey, dream big. You can make it happen. Let's call it a goal, because you can actually reach a goal. TLJ Screwjob says, 9 days out of the week button, please, and a bone saw. Sure, we'll pressure that button. I love 9 days out of the week, but first, you're going to have to wait through it because... And finally, this one.
Okay, listen, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I got freaks 9 days out of the week. I can give him... There's only 7 days in a week. Man, you ain't big pop. I'm the big bad booty daddy. It's nonstop. Now listen. English. Motherfucker, do you speak it?
What? What ain't no country I've ever heard of. Fucking love Pulp Fiction. That movie's so great. Turns 30 next year, guys. We should do an anniversary watch.
Oh boy.
Right.
Oh, definitely. Apparently, Tarantino's got one more movie to make and then he's done. So.
Yeah, it's called Pulp Fiction.
He's been saying that since motherfucking Hateful Eight. So
yeah, he is.
Yes, he's had one movie in the hopper forever.
The TL hopper?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Alfred Xavier God says, fuck, marry, kill each bullshitter's favorite food in video games. So my favorite food is steak, and my favorite game is GoldenEye.
Favorite food is pizza. Favorite game is Halo Combat Evolved.
Excellent choices, Nick.
Yeah.
My favorite food is barbecue, anything. And my favorite game is Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Ooh.
My favorite food is Mystique, and my favorite game is God of War 2.
All right, so for food, I will marry pizza, fuck barbecue, and kill Mystique. Sorry, dude. If food's blue, I don't tend to eat it.
Let's see. Yeah, definitely. Marry steak, fuck barbecue, kill Mystique.
Yeah, I'm going to marry pizza, fuck steak, and kill Mystique.
Dion, people don't like your taste.
Listen, I'm running off with Mystique at the end of X-Men 2. That's my answer.
And then I guess for the game, or did you answer your food, Dion?
Oh, pork chops.
I meant fuck, marry, kill. Anyway, we'll answer the game question. I will marry Zelda, fuck Halo, kill God of War 2.
I will. Oh, that's a tough one. I'll kill God of War 2. That's not the tough one. Do I want to marry GoldenEye or marry Halo?
GoldenEye's better.
Is it though?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. You know what it is? Marry GoldenEye and fuck Halo. It is. It's better.
That's fine. I will marry GoldenEye, fuck God of War, and kill Zelda.
Can't all be winners.
Yep.
Dion, close us out.
I will kill Zelda because I never played that. I've watched it. Great game. It's still on my list, but I just never played it. And what was yours, Nick?
Halo 1.
Oh yeah, I'm fucking Halo 1 because Cortana reminds me of Mystique. And then marrying what was it, GoldenEye?
Oh, nice. Now, can it be the Halo remaster, Nick?
Sure.
All right, cool.
But it's just the first one. That's all it is. Yeah.
Dude, the remaster of Halo 1's amazing.
It is.
That it is.
All right, folks, we have had a wonderful show tonight. I want to thank everybody who's watched. We'll be back next time with another show. Tuesday night, we'll have our friend Script Doctor on the High Council, and next week is WDW Pro. If you guys have recommendations for guests, give us some good names. We'll give you some good shows. Is there anything else you guys want to say before we put this baby to bed?
No.
Free Mystique.
Okay. I didn't know she was under, watch or in captivity.
She can be.
Your bedroom doesn't count.
Blue.
I should end the show with "I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die." It's the story of the show for Dion.
That would be the appropriate way to go home.
All right, folks. So if I do that, you're probably listening to the show right now. Or that song right now. You'll listen up. Here's the story about a little guy that lives in a blue world, and his name's Dion. He's got the hots for Rebecca Romaine. Wait, is it Mystique from Rebecca Romaine Stamos or Jennifer Lawrence, the first female action star?
The one from the comic books.
Oh, with the bad haircut. Got it.
She had multiple haircuts. She had a fade. She's a psychopath. I can fix her.
We've all been there, Dion. The answer is no, you can't.
I can fix her.
No, you can't.
She'll fix you. Turn you into... I don't know what she'll turn you into.
I'll risk it.
Well,
for the biscuit.
It's in gravy?
Yeah.
Man.
Hell yeah. Smothered, man.
I could go to Waffle House right now. Anyway, folks, thank you for watching. We'll be back next time with more. We have a super chat. When are you going to have Doomcock on? Ask him if he wants to come on. We'll talk with him. We can have some fun. Also, Jack White says there's a hot witch named Vanessa on the black cover, or in Black Clover. All right, Dion, you might have some
black cover.
The black cover. Hey, it's like a book, you know. I got the black cover.
Can I get the black cover edition of every movie that I like?
Yeah, get the black cover of Wokebusters. It's bitching.
It's just random black people replacing everybody.
We're gonna race swap every fucking movie ever. 12 Angry Black
Specifically
Men.
with black people. Fuck. T2 black cover edition. It's just Denzel Washington.
in glasses, that's all it is. Yeah.
Come with me.
What, from Malcolm X?
If you want it.
Oh God.
Now I want to go Photoshop that shit. If only I wasn't so goddamn tired.
Do it tomorrow morning.
Ten Commandments and Sidney Poitier.
Exposes.
Like, hey, was he ever in that movie? No, we just had the black cover.
Is that the name of our new series, Black Cover, where we sit and talk about black race swaps in movies, Dion?
Yep. The black. That's perfect. That's actually a really good idea. Actually, like we just have the black cover, course, and just that's perfect. And it can include in books because fucking Michael B. Jordan just did the black cover without remorse, which is okay because I like that motherfucker enough. I'm gonna check that shit out.
That was the only good joke in Space Jam 2. We found Michael Jordan at the concession stand. That was Michael B. Jordan.
Oh shit.
All right, folks. Join us tomorrow. We'll have a video out. We'll have content all throughout the weekend. And check us out for our new clips of the show. So, guys, thank you for watching. We'll be back next time with more. But in the meantime, be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.
.com.
Black.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
My name is Jeff.